And we are live. Emerald Coast. Hola, senor. What's going on, buddy? Can you give me a one if the sound is good or if I need to change it? What's going on? What's going on? All right, so we're gonna get going. Let's see. How do I do this? All right. Take that off. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. And waiting for Silver Serpent. He was going to stop on by. Had a fun time watching Dub C's live. That was awesome. Sounds good. Looks good. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Glad that everything's good then. How you doing, Emerald? Prospector Pat, what's going on, buddy? Sound is good. Awesome. Awesome. Get people trickling in here. I know that Dub C earlier was talking about those prospectors. I was like, maybe I should bust mine out, but I don't like playing with them too much because they're like those proof-like ones. And I'm like, should I? Shouldn't I? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all want to see some prospectors? Some big E? Got this one here. This tube. The big E prospector tube of 25. I was like, nah, maybe I shouldn't be playing with them. Emoko says, living my best life, amigo. Ready for the weekend. Yeah, same here, man. Whew. It was a rough weekend. No, not weekend, but rough week. Very, very rough. A lot of life stuff is happening. So just kept me busy. I haven't had a chance to make content as much as I wanted to. I did make that Dub C one, this one here when I was sharing this piece. You know what? Let me bust it out. For those that are here, might as well hook y'all up. There we go. The biggies, yeah, me too, buddy. I like the biggies as well. They're pretty awesome. What do you say? Emerald says the prospector tubes are going for stupid money, aren't they? Even the tube, like even the tube itself. Like I actually got this tube. Did I get it on eBay? Maybe I got it. Yeah, I think it was on eBay where I got the tube, but I got the silver pieces. Of course, I got these on. What do y'all guess? PMs for sale. These are the nice little like frosty, real shiny. Look at that proof like with the big E. These are 1984 ones. So I try not to take them out and play with them too much because, I'd be getting my paw prints all over them. But it's nice to have them. Back to this piece. Yeah, this is that FG pour. Man, this is awesome. Look at that. FG did a killer job on this. Man, I haven't played with it enough. I've just been so busy. I made that quick little video after the live stream with 1,000 there. And then I put it away because like I said, I've just been really, really busy. But there you go. While we're waiting for Silver Serpents or anyone else to trickle in, I'll just put it on right there. Right here. What else? What else we got? Yep, $100. $100 on eBay. Yep, I think that's what I paid. It was about $100. Man, those look nice. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I appreciate it. Let's see. Should I get out some pours? What do y'all want to see? Y'all let me know. Here, maybe we can put this one to the side. Y'all want to see some pours? Y'all want to see some gold? This is my favorite bag. I think I mentioned I finally completed my bag of or I guess you can call it a pouch or whatever. My silver sack of 50 ounces of Monarch precious metals. I like this one. It's my favorite, one of my favorites. Anybody want to jump on in? Let me know. There's the link. Just have a little fun, little late night after Dub C after party, the after party. If anybody wants to hang out, whoops, messing my mustard and biscuits tray. Let's see. Let me get this one out here. I mean, I also have this tube. I mean, if we want to get crazy, you get this tube of BU. What year is this? 79s? Yeah, 79. If we want to get really crazy, we can bust those out. And then, of course, I have this one over here. This 49. That's also nice. Just keep it on the tray back there. Emerald Cove says 4 days left on one eBay auction for an E Prospector 2, but it's already 108. Really? Sheesh. All right. Yeah, 108. Yup. I mean, that's how it is. There's these vintage pieces, they they tend to go for some really, really good, good prices. Let's see, what do I have here that's vintage? I mean, I have this Prospector. I mean, I think I've shared this before. I like to pull this out every time I'm with Thousandaire to mess with him. This is my favorite piece. This 1983 Platinum in assay Engelhard with the big E. I mean, this thing's pretty nice. I like to bust this out to mess with him because he knows how much I'm just not into the platinum, but I know he is, and I just like to pulling that one out to mess with him. But yeah, so anyways, I guess that's one of my vintage pieces. Insanity, yep, for sure, man. Prospector tube, better than more than Goldbacks. Yeah, I'll take that all day. I'm not really big on the Goldbacks. That's a deep stack piece. Yeah, it most certainly is. I only got this because, of course, that's my my birth year, but I got this as just like I didn't have any platinum, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna add it. Why not? Prospector Pat, yeah. Prospector Pat, name checks out. Let's see, your name checks out. There you go. Take a picture, save it. Prospector Pat, boom, platinum 83. Yeah, I just thought it would be cool to add it. I mean, it's still an assay like this since 1983. I mean, this thing has pretty hefty premium. So, it's just a nice little piece that I decided, I'll hang on to it, keep it in the deep stack. Yeah, for the 83 the Prospectors, 83 is one of the key dates. And I believe I also have, where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. I have a 83 tube of Libertades, as Mustard and Biscuits likes to say, Libertad Haze. But I got the 83 tube of Libertades. That's a nice little tube to play around with and have fun. Who we got over here? Mahasarakam Stacking. I hope I said that right. Good morning, guys. Hope you all are good. Hey, good morning to you. Where are you from? You must be in the UK. Mahasarakam Stacking. Hopefully I said that right. I do my best to try to say things correctly in the proper language. Let's see. What else we got here? Well, we have some. I like the 90s Libertades. This is one of my favorite pieces. Of course, keep it in a capsule. Make sure it looks good here. Let's put that one over there. And then I also have this one, this Dragon Privy Canadian Maple. This is like all my deep stack pieces that I just really, really like. And then, here we go. 2024 Proof Libertad. Let's put that one in here too. Oh, it's not going to fit on the tray, so just put it right on there. Boom. kind of hard to see with the light. If I can change the light settings here. Maybe my light is too bright. Oh, maybe that works. What's that? Is that too dark? The UK, yeah, good to have you. Are you part of the is it Stacker Social or the Metals Mob? I forget all the different names, but I'm part of the Discord. I see the Stacker Social folks every once in a while. I try to jump on as much as I can. MMB is sending me a 3D print for an upcoming pour concept. He's a class act, 100%. Absolutely, he totally is. He's the one that made my tray, and I won some free silver from Cranky and Michi's live stream, and he wouldn't take it. Such a class act. He's so awesome. Evening Maha. Yeah. It's awesome. Yep. In the UK, awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. You know what? Let's hook you up. We got somebody. OC Omega, what's going on, buddy?
Great. I got something in the mail today.
What you get? Let's see it. Bust it on out. Oh, nice. From FG Stacker. That's the way we do it. That's the way we do it.
Real
Nice.
life?
Copper piece?
Yeah, copper.
Very, very nice. When I can. Awesome. Thanks, Mahasarakam. Mahasarakam stacking. I'm going to get it. I promise. Look who's in the house. Addicted to
Hello.
minis and loving it. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. It's late night. You must be having a late night work. You know what? Let's make you. How are you not blue, man? There we go.
Oh, wait.
Let's try that one more time.
Let's go.
Nice. You got a poker chip. You got a card. Oh, is a card go with that copper piece?
No. Something else in here. You will like it.
Oh, all right. You know what? Let me put you on the big screen. There we go.
I love these bad.
Yeah, the bags are nice. Yeah, everything FG does is just so.
Hey, quiet. I need to post it.
Nice. Is that your channel round?
Yep.
OC Omega stacking 2026 400 subs. Congratulations. 2.2 ounces. Nice, man. Congratulations. You finally got your piece.
Yeah. I want them. I'm not taking out of here.
Very, very cool, brother. Nice. Congratulations, man. It's always nice to get a good FG pour.
He's amazing.
Emerald Coast, loving those pours on your table too, Omega.
Thanks.
Nice. All right, we're doing pours. All right, so that's the theme tonight. Let me get all the poured stuff out then. Very cool, brother. Well, thanks for sharing those. Those are pretty cool.
No problem.
Yeah. I went live once on accident. Hey, man, whenever you want us to come on a live with me, I would love to have you, brother. It would be so cool to chop it up and just have a combo. I saw one of those minis that you did for who was it? The Kansas Kid. I was like, man, maybe you could make me one of those, but with like a Ninja Turtle mini. That'd be so freaking cool, man. I would love to have that on my desk. My desk is in need of that. That's nice, Omega. A lot of detail in that round, says Mahasarak stacking. Yep. Absolutely. Things can go sideways quick, minis. That's so true. So true. Omega is killing it. He is, man. He's absolutely killing it. He's out there putting in videos. He inspired me to get my first Spyderco knife, because I was watching his knife game and I'm like, I got to get my knife game up. Let's see. Let me get out some of these pour pieces since we're doing poured. All right, let's get our pour on. I love that too, Kaliilo. Yeah, man. All right, anytime you want to jump on, I would love to chop it up, brother. I'm always cool to chop it up with the community, have fun, you know? We out here getting to know each other, building each other up. That's always my goal. All right, more pour pieces. Here's another one. Mandalorian piece. Spider Cole says emerald. Yup. I like that piece. It's nice, man. I mean, if y'all can see that that picture back there behind the, I got a little too excited with my Spider Cole. Got a little too excited. Addicted to minis and loving says, unfortunately, I work 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day. Man, you're putting in work, brother. Well, hey, congrats to you, man. That's awesome. I love to hear when my fellow brothers are out there putting in work. Sometimes that's just what you got to do, man. You got life, got bills, you got a family to support, or you just got some habits like I do, a snacking habit. You know, you got to put in the work out there sometimes. So I get it, brother. No worries. You do you, man. I appreciate you making time whenever you can. That's always nice. It's always nice to just, like I said, chop it up with the brothers. Let's put the Batmobile there. We got the Aztec Temple. Oh, look who we got. There he goes. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
What's going on?
Got the
got your
desk set up.
snacks.
Yeah.
Man, your desk looks good. Here, let me put you on the big screen. That looks really nice, man.
Oh, thanks.
Which Ninja Turtle is my favorite? Oof, right here. I will show you right here, my friend, so you can see. You can see for yourself. This is my favorite. My favorite Ninja Turtle is Raphael. Yeah, that's my favorite Ninja Turtle. This is like one of my, man, this is my first piece from FG. This is from the 90s movie, the original 1990s, gritty, dark. Yeah, that's my favorite Raphael. When him and Casey Jones had that fight, Jose Canseco back. He's like, let me guess, you didn't pay money for this. That's my favorite. So how's it going, man? How was the week, Silver Serpents? What you been up to? Any new pieces? I know we've been talking behind the scenes about some gold.
I picked up some buffaloes and a generic Morgan round recently. I think I put the buffaloes in a tube. I'll have to pull them out, but I was debating on whether or not I wanted to set this one free from the flip because it's just a generic Troyans, but I'm not sure what mint made it.
It looks nice though.
Yeah, I like the Morgan design. I think is it Biscuits that was talking on the Morgans in a couple of streams, and some really kind of funny jokes. Him and Penny Scout were kind of going off, but I like a Morgan. And a piece dollar. Buffaloes are. Oh, it's right here in front of me. Avocado was telling me to put this one in a tube. I think it's this. Nope. One more.
Nice.
Reverse
proof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's a reverse proof. Nice and frosty.
Yeah. But I got that one, a Golden State Mint, and I think it's a Highland Mint Buffalo.
Okay.
So I picked up all four of these for these 3 buffs and the Morgan for $280. So I was pretty happy to grab the 4 ounces for just under spot at the time. But yeah, I ended up picking up the gold. I got another one of these little PAMP minigrams and a small assay for $155.
Nice. Yeah. Well done. Stacking the frag.
Like 152 or 153. And then I got that other special 1/10 that's on the way I told you about. But the latest one is this gold maple.
The maple? Yeah.
when I was paying this one off in February, so it came in about a month ago, early March. I think I got it.
Is that a
one
1/10 or a 1/4?
Oh,
It's a 1/10.
baby.
1/10. Nice, 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 nice.
So let me see if it'll focus there. Yeah, it's a 1/10 ounce, and it's got the 20-year privy. I don't know how special that is.
Nice.
I thought that was kind of
Yeah,
cool.
it's still cool though. Yeah, I think I have that in the 1/4.
I don't have any quarter ounce gold yet. I'm kind of wondering if I should have got a quarter when I picked up my 2 Monarch rounds, but I'm happy with these. I really like the 10th ounce, but I kind of might want to stack some, build some surface stack to trade for a quarter ounce. If the GSR drops below 60 again.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Heck yeah.
But I kind of overspent a little bit. I ended up picking up a channel bar from Pang and some Morgans from Catcom. The gold on PMs for sale, my first 2 deals. And so I was kind of looking at my surface stack, was like, okay, I might want to sell a couple ounces. And I was looking through and I got this Golden State Mint, the 1909 SBDB silver generic ounce. And another thing I was considering selling were these 2, the compass rows, but I kind of like these. They're proof or reverse proof on one side and then proof on the other. Or yeah, here it is. In this tube, I've got 2 of the Sunshine minting. So there's the newer style, the Silver Eagles, with the little scanner spot on the back. So I was thinking about trying to list these off for $150 and see if somebody jumps on it, since it's just under spot now. I think it's what, like 75, 76 an ounce?
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's put it back on the stage here. It closed at 75, 76. Yep. Yep. And then gold closed at 47 bid. Yeah.
Wait, you say so it closed at 75 and 76 cents?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was saying like 75 to $76, but yeah, wow, I right on the head.
Yeah, you got it. You got it right on the button. Yeah, check out here. Let me bring this one up. So I'm officially on my new computer, and it's like really, really cool. So let me see if I can. Let me see how to add this one. Okay, let's add. There we go. All right, let's look at this one. Let me know. How does that look, y'all? Y'all see that? Oh wow, it looks really good.
Wow.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So it's here. Let me just to share the price action. So yeah, it's been the movement has been nice. Let's see. Let's zoom on in a little. Can I zoom in? I've never used this. Oh, here we go. Full chart. Let's see what happens here. There we go. But yeah, look at that. Look at that spike. Well, let's see where we at here. Because I could have swore. Where's our days? Is it this one? Ah, here we go. Here we go. So let's look at 1 week. There we go. There's the week movement. Yeah, so it went up, went down a little bit aside, but yeah, it started going back up from, I think we were at 72 for a hot little minute, and then we moved up to, I think I saw it go up to 76. Yeah. Inner day.
Some people last weekend were saying it's going to crash again on Monday or drop again. And I mean, it did a little, but it bounced right back and it didn't go very far.
Yeah, well, I saw, people, I kept seeing, the different channels were like, oh, it's going to crash down to 60. And I'm like, well, it never happened. And they were saying that gold was going to go down to 38. And I'm like, that never happened either. I'm like, so I don't know what people were thinking. I mean, if they were fear mongering, I don't know. It is what it is, whatever. I mean, nobody can time it, but.
Yeah. I wonder if they just thought it would there would be a continued sell off for liquidity. With the shock in oil prices.
Yeah, yeah. Silver seems to be consolidating. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Think
was
that might even
something.
spring up.
I was at ITM trading, or I was some analyst I was watching. They were talking about how we're building up for a reverse crash in precious metals. About how currently in the beginning of the war, people are seeking dollars because commerce is done in U.S. dollars with oil and other things. And so there was the big sell-off of liquid assets like gold, silver, and the dip in the market. But how after this consolidation period and whether or not the conflict continues or resolves, there's essentially so we're sort of set like a coiled spring. It dropped down a little bit and it's building tension and it's going to rise back up eventually, especially with the increase in spending if the conflict continues.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was like all the people were talking about, and I think you're right. Maybe it was it Taylor? Was it Taylor Kenny talking about it?
Her, I think so. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it might have had the one guy from. I don't know if it was a commodity culture. It wasn't Mike Maloney.
Oh, there's a
another
bald guy.
guy.
Bald guy was talking about it 5 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Let's put this one up on the screen. Maybe we can get Vegas, if we can convince Vegas to jump on in. I sent the link over there.
Cool.
Let's see.
Opening up my tablet so I can read the chat.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna pull this one up on the screen. Sorry, can't come up. All good, buddy. No worries. That's why I'm focusing on gold during the dips. Yeah, exactly, buddy. Yeah, same here, man. I'm all about, me. I'm all about that gold. I completely wiped out my surface and mid stack. It moved it all into gold. So let's see. Y'all, can you all see that? Okay. Yeah, it looks like it came up on the screen. All right, so let's see. Early 2026, precious metals experienced a reverse crash, a rapid, violent, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. 30% in a single day. All right, so let's see. The cause, panic selling was triggered by a perfect storm, overextended markets positions, higher margin requirements, hawkish signals from the Federal Reserve rather than a shift in long-term demand. Volatility in gold saw its deepest single-day drop in decades, falling to 47.5. Silver, largest one-day drop since 1980. Or the reverse, despite the crash, analysts noted the physical demand remained high due to industrial needs, solar EV. Just see the position, blah, blah, blah. Okay, bull market collapse and market impact. Billion yuan. Billions in leverage ETF positions liquidated globally. Yeah, somebody was that one dude that got kicked off. I remember seeing something about that. Got kicked off of like the exchange over there. I wonder what happened to him. The market's massive technical rebound after initial plunge with traders tripping, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and it looks like bald guy money was chatting about it a little bit. All right. Well, tis what it is. Let's see. Evening Vegas is Emerald Coast. Clean as Sea says, yo, Clean as Sea, everybody got the blue? Yeah, cool. So make sure everybody no, Clean as Sea doesn't got blue. I don't know why. What's up with that? Add, here we go. Clean as Sea, let's get you blue, buddy. All right, cool. Good to go. All right, where were we? Vegas, have a safe night at work if you are there right now. Yep. Focus on gold. Yeah, so where were we? Who was this talking about? Just picked up 4 grams last night. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Emerald, same here, man. I just silver does what it does. I mean, and it's fine. I'm still getting silver, but lately I've been getting it in the form of like these, custom FG pours or whatever. But yeah, I'm still up for silver. Right now I'm just having fun. As much as I wish I had a strategy or a reset, I don't know. I'm just having fun with my pieces, things that I enjoy. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll liquidate them like these pours that I have here. Maybe one day I'll get rid of them. Who knows? But I definitely prefer gold for the wealth preservation and the stability. Prospector Pat says, yeah, focus on gold and platinum lately. Nice. Yeah. I'm all about agree.
When gold didn't drop as hard as silver, I was, I saw the more stability in there, but I was excited that gold did drop because I was like, I can buy more before it reaches 5,000 again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once it started getting to 56, oof. That was that was like I was worried. I'm like, dude, maybe I need to liquidate and put some of this into like against my house. But then I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. And I'm glad I didn't. I'm really glad I didn't.
Yeah.
What was it? I feel like I saw something. What was it? Okay, let's see. Yeah, platinum, gold and platinum. What does anybody do any pickups this last week? Emerald says, nice SERP. I picked up some Dosi Medio 110 AGEs and cooks. Nice. Really took advantage of this last dip. Well done, brother. Well done.
I almost, I guess I was a little late to pick up a Dosi Medio, but somebody had one for 300. And I was like, that's only like $20 over melt at the time. So I was a little excited about that. But by the time I read it, they were all sold. I was like, no. And then the same person had some Dose peso for 285, and I was like, what? That's kind of a high premium. It's like $50 over melt. But the Dosi Medio was 300 or 305. And I was like, that's a lower, premium on the Dosi Medio. But somebody was like, I'll buy all your Dose and a Dosi Medio. Then they commented again a few minutes later, like, never mind, I'll take everything. And I was like, no. I saw it like 10 minutes after the fact and was like, oh, damn. But it left me the money to buy that 1/10 lunar coin. That's coming.
Oh, nice. Well, what was? Let me see. What's the ratio? Did I just scroll past it? Let's see. Yeah, 62. That's been pretty good because what wasn't it like 65? It got to like 60, whatever. 62 seems pretty decent. I know that if I still had Surface Stack, I probably would have moved it into gold already. Clean SC says, I tried to get my usual 20 frame gold coin today. My LCSC was out. He showed me a 5 pesos Cuban gold instead. I'm Cuban, so I was like, sold, bro. I'll take that. That's what's up. Yeah, I like the Lucky Angels, man. I had I had 5 of them, and I ended up I'm down to 2. I ended up liquidating one of those to get it to another piece of gold I wanted, and then 2 of those for that sheet of pandas, that sealed sheet, monster box sheet, which later turned into my Eleanor 2009 ultra high relief. So it's like it all cycles. Clean as you gotta add a Cuban to chill with all my gorditas. That's what's up. Yeah. Cubano.
But to find that deal on the gram, but when I saw it, I was like sold, and so that's why I was like, maybe I'll sell 2 ounces and I'll convert 2 ounces of silver into a gram of gold because it's about the same price. If I sell these at spot for 75 and then I just cover my cost for shipping, I made off pretty much 2 ounces of silver for a gram of gold. So I was
brother.
With that trade.
Well, that's the thing. You know what, man? I can do whatever I want now because I have my computer. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's go. Here, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. I didn't get to do this because I didn't have before when I was just using my phones. Now I have my computer. So here, let me pull this. Let me pull this one up here real quick. Now I get to do whatever I want. It's nice. I've been wanting to do this for a really, really long time. All right. Can y'all see that? How does that look? Yeah. Here, let me make it big. Here, let me close that out. All right. So y'all can see that pretty good?
Yeah.
Let me know if I need to zoom in at all.
I can read it on my laptop tablet thing.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some crazy good deals, and this is the thing. So I mean, it's a blessing and a curse because I got addicted for a while, and I had to like delete the app because I was like I was in here too much. But man, there's such good deals, and some of these people like Terminal Ligma, he's a solid dude. So let's just see what he has going over here. Let's see. He's got additional cost per ounce, blah blah blah. 835 shipped. Oh, look at that right above. Yeah, under spot technically, 76.01. Wow. Check that out. Under spot deal right here for how many ounces is this? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ounces. Wow. Yeah, 11 ounces under spot. Check that out.
I see
So
deals like that. Sometimes on Facebook, people will list a slightly under spot, but they'll be like a 5 ounce or 10 ounce minimum. And I'm like, I can't drop 350, but I would love to. Sometimes I can,
yeah.
not always. But
Oh, it didn't let me show you guys the picture. Well, anyways, let me go back.
I almost thought about posting in my Facebook groups where I maybe have built a reputation, not so much the last couple months, but as a regular buyer and just being like long time buyer, first time seller, and then just like a quick buy it now, try to get people excited. 2 ounces at spot, $160 shipped or whatever. Or
A
even
little
maybe
gold and
a
silver.
short video on my YouTube and be like, okay, I've got 2 of these generics, and then I got 2 of these generics.
Check
If
this
anybody
out.
wants them, send me an
1990.
email.
Look at like yours, buddy. 1999, 110 ounce maple, 20 privy sealed for 515, and it's sealed. Here, I want to look at it, see what it looks like.
Wonder what their pictures.
Oh
Mine's
wow, it's
not
got
sealed.
it's
Mine came
sealed.
in a flip.
I mean, sealed for 5. What was that again? 515. That's actually pretty decent. That's pretty good, actually. Not really good. Man, if it wasn't tax season, I would be all over this. I've been really sad this month because I've had to focus on taxes. So I haven't really been able to buy and play around as much. But yeah, these are some crazy good deals. I'm looking for some fractional gold. Let's see. Premium gold below spot. Oh, no. Premium gold and below spot silver. Okay. Fun cartoonist. Yeah, he's pretty savvy. I'm looking for. Got some gold backs over here. Somebody wants to buy a 1/4 AGE. I'm looking for some fractional stuff. Want to buy a 1/10 Eagle. Somebody's wanting to buy some stuff. This is what I do. Like if I have like something I'm looking for, I'll do a want to buy post. Look at that 110 platinum. Let's just see for fun what they're selling the 110 platinum for. For you platinum folks, 110 platinum Britannia for 245. Looks like he has 4 of them. I don't know if that's good or not because I'm not really savvy on platinum.
I'm not too sure. That's why I was trying to ask. I mean, of course, I could look at spot price, but I figured if somebody like that 1,000 Vegas that's tracking the
let's
price
see.
of platinum would know off the top of their head what about
Yeah,
a gram
right.
of platinum would cost.
Yeah, let's see. So platinum
75,
is
that's too much. It's only like $60 per spot right now. Or like, yeah, that's a good deal because spot's $72 an ounce, a gram. Something.
Yeah, let me see. Where's I gonna get my calculator? Do some fun maths. So platinum is right now as we speak bid price 2044. Let's divide that by 10. That's 204. So technically, where'd that go? Here, let me go back into it.
For a 10th, and they're asking 240.
245.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So what is that? 40? Yeah, about 41 bucks over spot.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a Britannia, it's an SA. Maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't buy enough platinum to. Mm-hmm. All right, sorry, chat. I'm over here I'm scrolling, so I can't really see what's happening over there. But I'll be over there. I promise. I was just looking to see if there was any gold deals. Let's see. Oh, look at these gold deals. So like
bigger, less often.
Looks like the good deals go pretty quick. So check this out. 1 gram Pamplunar horse, 160.25 available. That's a good deal. The Pamp Diwali, I got a couple of those, 160. That's really good because not too long ago they were going for like 175, 180. 160 seems pretty good to me. I think right now the average is 150, 155. So 160 seems pretty decent on the little assays.
Yeah. I mean, my maple, I mean, I don't recall what spot was. I tried to buy it when gold crashed on the end of January.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I paid like a $50-ish premium, and I paid $536 for mine. But
oh, look at that. Silver at spot and a free giveaway. Yeah, I've won a couple of these giveaways. This is what I love about PMs for sale is that there's giveaways. So you don't even have to buy anything. You could just enter the giveaway. I did that one time, and then in the mail I got a free Mercury dime. I'm like, that's what's up. I'll take it. Let's see. 2 American Gold Eagle. Oh, wow. 2 Gold Eagles. Let's see what these older Gold Eagles are going for. Oh, these are 1/10s. Look at that. 96 and 98 for $515 each. Damn, that's good. That's really, really good. And this guy has a pretty savvy seller. 169 sales. Very savvy. Wow. 515 for a 110, almost uncirculated. 96 and 98. That's really, really good. All right. Well, I better get out of here because I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I could be there all night.
Yeah, I guess maybe another reason I kind of like the other stuff, like the kangaroos and the other like odd things, because I know the gold eagles and silver eagles are like the most liquid and high demanded, but they have a higher premium. So I would kind of feel like I could get, being a little, stacker snob, I guess I'm like I can get more gold weight for less premium if I buy generics like these prospectors I picked up. At the time, though, I think I paid a $20 or $30 premium on a 110.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of got used to that when I got these two, and then my Scottsdale, and then what was the next one after that? I think it was my kangaroo. And I got all of these at the first three for 360 each, and then the kangaroo came in at 430, and then the maple came in at 530. So I was buying frac as gold was going up in that bull run. And so when I dropped again below 5,000, I got excited that, if I could buy a 1/10 for 500 I was happy. Because I know people, especially with the demand for 1/10 and fractional gold, that the premiums are kind of catching up.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the middle of the bull run, people was talking about, oh, the premiums on fractional are gone because it's become popular and it's in high demand. But now that the prices have settled, the premiums are kind of creeping in a little.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I don't mind. I'll get that back if I go to resell it because obviously they're flying off the shelves at 515, 520, for a 1/10. So I'm excited about gold.
Yeah, me too. Addicted says, "Be back later, guys. Got to go save lives. Take it easy, buddy. Be safe out there."
Right.
First responder mini says, Michael Angelo says, 1 gram gold bars are gaining so much popularity. I'd like to create a pest dispenser for the bars. I think I've seen that before, actually. I've seen it in silver. I haven't seen it in gold. Lee Shavari says, I got a 5-ounce Sunshine Mint bar for free with my Costco rebate check plus cash. Costco credit card for everything now is the rebate cannot be beat. That's awesome, dude. Free silver all day. I'll take that. Emerald Cole says, picked up a 110 gold cook for 415 this past Monday. 415 couldn't pass that deal. I wouldn't either. Stack that cash so you're in a position to take advantage of great deals when they are presented. Amen, brother.
Yeah. I've been wanting to build what I consider like a cash cushion in case if something comes up or if I see a good deal that I want to jump on and have a couple $100 ready to go. That dry powder ready to burn in a flash. Poof, there it goes. Jump on something.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be ready. Yeah, that's kind of me this month. I'm just kind of sitting tight. Unfortunately, it sucks because I'm like in withdrawals right now. If it hadn't been for this one from FG, I'd be really like having the shakes. You know what I mean?
I feel like
Holy cow.
Bring up my log here a little bit.
Kaliilo, how much ounce that thing you got there?
Which one? Say it again.
So that's FG jump made for you. How much?
Oh, this one right here.
Thing?
Oh, it's 2.48, almost 2.5 ounces.
About 2.2. How fit is it? Very, very fit.
Yeah, it's pretty. This one's pretty. It's pretty thin.
No,
it's pretty thin. Yours is nice.
Boy,
like my very first month buying here, I got my first 3 buffaloes, and then like next time I got my second purchase of silver, and then Libertads were our first ever bullion, and then I got more stuff. But that's like my first month of silver buying, and then that's my second month of silver buying. I went off the deep end June, July. I'm like, here, these 4 ounces I got for 103 ounces for 120 last August. And some of these even go on the back of the page. And then September, I got to fill in. And then I get to January. I overstretched in January and picked up some Constitutional and some more Morgans and stuff. And then February is like pathetic. not pathetic, but it's small. And then there's March here. I got $2 in quarters, 6 dimes, a 10-gram pour, a kookaburra, and then some stuff from FG Stacker, and then some pesos. And I told me it was a 1/10 half ounce, but it's only a 10-gram coin.
Yeah.
So, and this the Olympic pesos, I got those because one of my tax returns came in. So I got 3.5 ounces for $220. Couldn't pass that up. What was it? 7 of these that would have been? No, that one's an ounce. It's over in there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm dropping everything. Butterfinger. I have this gap right here at the edge of my desk to like this little stand I have set up, and then I set my phone on top of this little bucket because I don't have a tripod. But then I can hold everything in front and actually like display stuff. So
Prospector Pat asked a really good question. So let's help a brother out. We always got to say, not financial advice, but he says, any tips for first-time buyer on PMs for sale? So here, let me put it back onto the stage. This is the stuff I live for, man.
So
yeah. So go ahead. Share your initial thoughts as a new, because you're a living example. You literally are newer on there, and you've had already some success. So go ahead and give your perspective, and then I'll share what I would recommend to people, and then what I do as as someone who's familiar, and how I help newer buyers or newer stackers. So go for it.
So I started at first, Google search brought me to AppMix, and I bought 3 buffaloes there, and then I went to eBay. Shortly after that, buying from coin dealers, like buy gold and silver coins, BG, ASC, AppMix's eBay page was sometimes cheaper than their website. And other places, I, followed the advice, checked reviews, multiple listings for Bullion. They specialize in coins, silver and gold. So, and then I discovered Facebook Bullion groups, and just reading the rules and the comments as far as like BIN for buy it now, or the auctions that they run. We usually have a 24-hour time period where people can bid, and then after 24 hours without a next bid, the winner's declared. So I kind of took that etiquette of and the language I'd picked up into PMs for sale, and I noticed people were commenting chat more than they were bin, or like I want to lock in such and such item. And so I've realized, some people are like, chat me, right, send me a direct message and write chat in the reply, so I know you sent me a message, and then orchestrate the deal there rather than discussing figures and everything publicly. And so I just kind of reached out, kind of with the general kind of courtesy I held on Facebook. I seen some items come up that I wanted to buy, and I was getting paid within 2 or 3 days of them being listed on PMs for sale. So I just replied with a chat, and hey, I'm interested in this one, chat about this item. And then I would send them a message and said, hey, I get paid like that 1 gram of gold. I saw the post, and I told the guy, I'm like, I literally get paid 25 hours from when I'm sending you this message. I want the gram of gold. Are you willing to wait until tomorrow night? And so eventually he got back to me the next morning and said, yeah, I'll hold it for you. I'll mark it as pending for now. Because I have zero flair. I have 0 buy, 0 sell, completely new to PMs for sale. And I don't want to drop my personal name there yet, because I'm not sure if anybody has done deals on Facebook, but I've seen people on Facebook talk about who they are in PMs for sale on occasion. And like, hey, I'm such and such on PMs for sale. If you've ever done business, I have references there, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. This is, these are my items. And so I just kind of did that, reached out and said, hey, I really want this item. I get paid on this day. I can send you money on this at this time, and within an hour window on this time, when I get my check direct deposited, as jump on right away and send out payments. And so I just did that. I wrote him a message and was like, hey, I'm interested in this item. Can you hold it for me, more or less? Or like, will you accept payment in a day or two? they both agreed, and then as soon as my check came in, I wrote them a message in the chat and said, "Hey, I'm ready to send the payment. Send me your information." Confirmed. I sent the payment, confirmed the account beforehand, sent the money, confirmed they received the money, and then send them my mailing address to send me the items. Just like I have on Facebook. And then within a day, they get me usually the tracking number. Or the most sellers I've worked with have been very communicative about like, hey, I'm gonna get it out on Saturday, even though I like paid on Thursday because they're working Friday or whatever. Like it'll go out this weekend, and I'll get you a tracking number.
Wow, Lee Shavari was spending 10K a month for a long time. I really like this Emerald Co-Stacker. Eliminate all of your bad debt prior to committing to purchasing PMs. That's exactly what I did. I don't have any consumer debt, no credit card debt, car payments, nothing. I wouldn't advise anyone, or not that I'm giving financial advice, but I wouldn't recommend. And I personally just didn't, because I just don't believe in having debt aside from my house payment. But yeah. Lee Shabari says, sold everything I had that I was not using and put it into gold and silver. Same here, man. I sold on what's that one other app? OfferUp. I sold a bunch of Nike shoes. I was selling all kinds of stuff, and I still have more stuff that I can sell in my garage because I'm not using it. But so back to Prospector Pat, he says, I look on there all the time, but I haven't bought anything yet. Here's what I would recommend if I was buying. Again, not financial advice, but if I was buying brand new, and this is how I started, is that I did my best to just watch to see what the deals were. Of course, like Emerald Co said, stay away from debt, have your DCA money ready. But what I did was, okay, I had a budget at that time. I had a specific budget. I had no stack. And so I was like, okay, here's my budget. And I think when I first started, I put myself maybe at about $500 budget. And so I would scroll through to see what the deals. And of course I followed the advice of only buying from people with high experience, high flair. I was a newer buyer, so I was still getting the feel for the lingo, but I just remember seeing some really good deals, and I'm like, okay, I'll buy a couple of pieces, so 1 or 2 ounces. Now this is back in 2020, so silver was still in the 20s. So I think back then we're still at 25, 26, whatever, 24, I think. So, anyways, $50. So I was like, okay, let me buy a couple pieces. And then after I had a few ounces, maybe 5-10 ounces, then I added a little bit of Constitutional. I think I bought a couple Morgans, and then I think Morgans back then were going for about $30. So I bought a couple Morgans. So I tried to stick to my budget, and I made little purchases just to get the feeling for how the process goes, for a feeling for how the transaction is, and then you can do the different payments. And so once I got the feel for it, I kept going. But of course, once I was in, I was in. I was so addicted. I was buying way too much all the freaking time. And then, like I said, that's just how I got going. And then, of course, years later, probably I want to say maybe at least 2 years, it was before I even made my first sale. And the only reason I was selling was because I wanted to get other stuff. So I had initially started with like generics, and I was building up my base. And then I really, in the last 2.5 years is when I've been really heavily moving stuff to gold. So all the stuff that I bought really, really low, all the silver, I later sold it on PMs for sale so that I could buy gold off of PM for sale. So for example, I would see a piece like the one the Silver Serpent saw, that 1/10 lunar snake. So if I saw something that I liked, I would buy it immediately. And then I'd go into my stack and look at what I can liquidate to kind of cover it. So I would just buy it, pay him out of my savings or whatever. But then I'd go and then again, look at what surface stack I had, some just generic Buffalo, whatever. I'd sell them so that I could replenish that, right? So I can pay for it. And that's just how I have done it. And so now I'm kind of stuck because I got rid of all my surface stack. I got rid of all my mid stack. And at this point, all I have is just really like super deep stack stuff. Michelangelo says, I hate DCA. Patience pays in the end. Yeah. Yep. For sure.
That's kind of why I'm kind of taking a lesson off of you from that, because I was like, I bought that gram because it was a good deal. I bought that 10th because I really want it. And I was searching for a 10th, itching for a 10th or a dos peso or bigger. And now I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I got the gold I want. Now what silver can I let go? Because I want to put a little bit more dry powder back in storage. So I was
Yeah.
almost thinking about like making a video and saying, hey, if any of my viewers want to buy these two or the compass rounds, they get first dibs. Just email
Mhm.
me before Monday, and we'll make the arrangements. And then if that goes unanswered, then I might list them up either on Facebook, just where I maybe have a little bit of a reputation, or maybe try PMs for sale. But I feel like
Yeah.
I might be spending equal time on both because, like I say, it's a never-ending coin show. All kinds of people list whatever they have, if it's pours, if it's generics, if it's eagles, if it's gold, and they're just like, hey, this is what I have out of my stack for sale. And some people probably buy and flip constitutional because I got a bunch of mixed date quarters, and some are proof, some
Oh
are
man.
VU.
There's a dude on there, and he does this every once in a while, and it's kind of like it's like fire sales, man. This is what I'm saying. I've gotten some. I mean, I think I've already shared that we had like a game thing, right, where I won 75 ounces. I was one square away from hitting the 100, and then one of my buddies on there, he won the 150 ounces. Isn't that crazy? 150 ounces of silver. So, anyways, there's always stuff going on. There's fire sales. So there's this one guy, every once in a while he'll do like a fire sale, and he'll say, I'll take your constitutional, basically any, and it doesn't matter in the condition, and he'll trade it for gold, and he has some really good gold, and I ended up doing that, and I got rid of some 90%, and I got a gold sovereign, a really nice one. And then of course I later ended up liquidating that one to get my Canadian 1 ounce gold bar. But yeah, such great deals all the time. And yeah, it's like a never ending coin show. Not that I've been to a lot of coin shows, but from what I've seen and what I've heard, it's just, again, a lot of professional dealers, people who actually have coin shops, pocket dealers on there. So you got some really reputable people, so yeah, I just,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
oh,
That
it's
that
got a new subscriber, Sorcerer Stan. Subscribe to your channel. Thanks, Sorcerer Stan, if you're listening. I
how I
appreciate you.
met
I feel
Jim there at Arizona Silver Exchange, and he sells on Whatnot. He sells on eBay. He has a brick and mortar storefront in Tempe, or just outside of Phoenix. I forget
Mm-hmm.
exactly where, but I mean he's I don't know about buying, but he's always selling. He gets orders from Scottsdale Mint, and I was who I bought the kangaroos from. He had them, I think, for 36 an ounce. Spot was maybe like 36.50 or 37, but they were milky and kind of ugly. So he's like, just under spot deal, 80 available, 36 each, and I was like, I'll take 20 of them. But
Mm-hmm.
I bought the gold kangaroo. I bought a couple silver grams. I haven't bought that much as far as generics, but I mean,
Man, that
I don't
kangaroo's
know if you saw that
nice.
one. He had a bunch of pandas. I think they were 2016 pandas for like $1 over spot, and he's like, I have 200 pandas available, spot hugger sale, $1.50 over, and I've seen him list off tubes of generics, and he's got a whole case, and he's like, I sold 4,000 ounces of generics at $1.25 over spot today only, or whatever. I've got 4,000 ounces of silver.
Mm-hmm.
No cherry picking or whatever. If it's just a bin and it's like, tell me how many ounces, and I'll grab them out the bin. Or if there's the tubes of specific designs, like the Buffaloes, the Morgans, the Sunshine Minting Eagles, whatever he might happen to have. And so sometimes he can get complete tubes of a whole design.
Mm-hmm.
But the other guy I ordered like the mega box from, I don't think he has a physical storefront, but I'm sure he does sales with more than just myself, and he's posting all over with all kinds of pre-sales on really high premium silver, like these intaglio rounds. But I got these for like $5 to $6 over spot at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Man, those are nice.
yeah, I got to show these off more. I got one of each design, but I flipped them around so they all have the skull facing out today.
Did you say how long is it till you get your lunar snake?
Probably next week. I don't think I've gotten the tracking information on that one yet.
Okay.
But I imagine probably tomorrow he might mail that out, and then but the maple gram I picked up should be delivered on Monday, and then I got 2 Morgans from Catcom that should also be delivered on Monday. What else did I buy? Oh, I bought a channel bar from Ping. That will be in sometime next week, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah. I was surprised the kangaroos got to him so fast. That they told me expected delivery was Monday. So when he got them today on Friday, I was like, dude, I barely mailed those out Wednesday afternoon. Like literally 2 days before he got them. That was
Yeah,
pretty
man.
quick.
Well, there's been times where I've how did it go? How did it go? I feel like oh yeah, here we go. Hold on, let me show some love to Sorcerer Stan. Hi guys, new here, just subbed. Hey, thanks for subbing.
Hi,
I just saw that.
Sorcerer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got the notification. Thanks for subbing. I really appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you a new stacker? Have you been listening for a while? Thousand there, Dub C, BCS, Vegas, any of these guys? We're really, really happy to have you. Oh yeah, get lots of love. That's what's up. Let's go.
I think I know that name. Sorcerer
Uh,
Stan. Yeah.
what were we talking
Dub and all
about?
his port bars.
Oh yeah.
And the intaglio mint rounds and picked those up, and silver linings. It was the same person that I got the mega box from, is Silver Linings Enterprises. And I have another order from him. I got I think it's a 10-gram pour, or 10 or 20-gram pour.
Goddamn mint are amazing.
That's a Medusa head with
They are
with
big,
with the
big.
snakes. I got a
Mhm.
2026 Kookaburra, and some copper on the way. Some more of the Intaglio Libertad copper tributes, but they're going to be 2026 instead of 2025. So
Mhm.
I have another tube of these on the way. I should have sent one to Ping too. I felt bad, like an idiot, when I realized I didn't mail him a copper one. Like I thought about doing, and I sent him the poker chips and the kangaroos, but I forgot to throw one of these in there for him. Give him some copper for his stockpile.
Somebody mentioned Scottsdale. They like Scottsdale pieces. So here's my two. Oh, here, let me put them in the opposite. We got the Rifleman here on the left, and then the Bucking Bronco on the right. Man, these are 5 ounces. They're nice. Some of my absolute favorite pieces.
Let me see. I have a couple of Scottsdale, but they're not typical Scottsdale. I guess the only one is the Tombstone Hammered.
Oh, I love the Tombstone. I had the Tombstone, the little nugget, the nugget.
Yeah.
I had a 5 ouncer and a nugget, and sold it, sold it for gold.
Yeah. I probably would have done the same thing. I traded one of these rounds for gold, but it was milky. So I was kind of like, yeah, I've got 2 of these. I'll trade one off. I have one of the Buffalo Girl, and then a silver coin they did with Samoa, as well as the gold one here. I have the Year of the Dragon is a Scottsdale mint one.
Nice. Yeah, man. I had oh my gosh, I had so many like Scottsdale, like the bars. I had the Vortex bars, the new ones. I had a whole tube of 20. I bought a whole new I bought back, I think we were at silver was still at I want to say 38, 39. And I bought a full tube of 20 of those Scottsdale Vortex bars. And then I had what was the other ones? You know the old Scottsdale bar dragon, or not dragons, the lion heads, the ones that were getting heavily scammed, whatever, like just a bunch of fakes. Yeah, a bunch of fakes, but I had some of the originals. Man, I love those. I really like the little squiggly lines on the back. Emerald Coast says, way past my bedtime, so I'm going to run. Have a great weekend, Kaliilo, Omega, and the third panel member, Silver Serpents. Take care, everyone in the chat. You too, buddy. Have a good night. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Take
I
care.
have a Buffalo Girl. I've seen pictures of those ones, but I don't have one of the old Scottsdale Lions.
Yep, the old guy. It was funny too because the first one I ever got was from Offer Up. it was here where I live. It was somebody this was when I first starting out, right? During, 2020, when I was just learning about stacking, and I saw, the online, the LCS, and I was like, I wonder if I could find it on OfferUp. Well, yeah, there was a young man selling the original Scottsdale, the lion heads in the plastic, for $20. That's back when, silver was $20 back then. And yeah, I went, gave him a $20 bill, gave me to give me the 1 ounce bar. And that was one of my first ones I ever had.
Dang. Nice. I haven't had anything over 5 ounces yet.
Nice. I like that. You like the snakes.
Yeah. And this one's from a Scottsdale mint too.
Nice.
They make this in silver and gold, and it's a proof. I guess these are the only 3 that I have: are the Tombstone, the Buffalo Girl, and then the Serpent of Milan. But I really like the Buffalo Girl, man. I want to get more, but it's like a $8 premium or something. I was like, no. I could get better deals on Facebook or like PMs for sale when somebody sells it back and it's like $2 or $3 over spot. I'm like, well, I'll wait for one to come up there instead of paying the $5 extra for mint fresh. But she does have a little bit of milk on the side of her face and nose over here. So I'm like, yeah, I didn't pay that full premium, but I didn't get a perfectly BU piece. But I mean, even milk spot, I guess it can happen on a BU piece. I've seen.
Yeah, free security feature, man. Free security feature. That's what I say. Sure.
Yep. And it doesn't really show up that much. I was looking at it again now, and I'm like, I actually don't see it.
See this right here. This is a PMs for sale piece. I saw a buddy on there he was pouring. Now he wasn't pouring to sell. It was like he was just practicing. I hit him up and I said, hey, would you mind making me a silver night? And he did. He, it's not stamped or anything, but yeah, he made one of those molds like Panger does, and yeah, made me this little 2 ounce night.
Nice.
Yeah, I have all kinds of stories and adventures just from the time of just buying and selling on the sub. And I mean, one of my favorites, of course, my favorite story is this one. This having this 20 pesos turned into my wedding ring. That's my number one right here. This is from Fender Boy on PMs for sale. He made me this ring, the 20 pesos. And so, yeah, man, it's awesome. I just don't like to wear it because it's still 22 karat and it's really soft.
Yeah.
So try not to wear it because I've already banged it up a little bit. What we got over here?
So probably one of my cool story. I mean, before is I think it's a cracked.
Night, Leech Bari. Take it easy, buddy.
This one here, that's got the line through it. It's a little, sometimes it's harder to see on camera than it is in person, but from the T down to the L, and then on the reverse, it's from the T in Liberty down to her sandal, but there's like a hairline crack and the coin is bent. But I can't determine if there are any tool marks on there, like if somebody grabbed it with pliers and bent it or something. But let me see, what have any other raw coins? Some of these.
Yeah, it was. I don't think I've showed, since Sorcerer Stan is new. I haven't showed him. So that ring here, let me put it on the big screen. That ring that I just showed. What was it? Yeah, the 20 pesos. So the same person who made me the ring. Fender. Yeah, he's a Fender boy. He also has a TikTok. But he actually made me. Well, he didn't make it for me, but he. I gotta get it out here. Try not to get my lucky angel out of there. I keep that in there. Let's see. There we go. So from the ring, the middle, right? He had to cut the middle out, and he turned the middle into this little sugar skull. And then, this is about a week and a half later, maybe 2 weeks later. he was selling this on one of his sales, and he said, "Yeah," he's like, "This is the middle from a 20 pesos," and I'm like, "Bro, I'll just buy it." Because I told him to keep it as part of the payment, right? Part of the payment to make it. It's yeah, see, 0.900, 2.6 grams. I told him to keep it as payment, and so then, but then later when I didn't know he was going to make it into this little sugar skull. So, anyways, I ended up buying it. So I planned to do a little hoop, and so I could put it into like a little necklace and maybe give it to one of my future children or something. But yeah, just be cool little keepsake as part of my unique, wedding ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be cool to put in a bezel or something, and then like kind of like what I did with my maple. But you'd have to have something maybe custom made.
Yeah. Yeah, it's little, so it'd be like a little necklace. So it'd be something, to give to a child or, a loved one, whatever, Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, 2.6 gram little neck with a little, maybe a silver necklace even. I don't know. Something just, little memento keepsake. But yeah, that was like, it's a cool little story, man. And this is all part of my PMs for sale journey, So.
Yeah. I guess that maybe I've connected with some of the people about the colored Libertads. The very first one I got was the Rio Grande edition.
Yeah, here's that 1/4 20 year. Yeah, I knew I had a 1/4 20 year, like your 1/10.
Yep, it says 20 years, and then it says ANS underneath. I had to figure out what it says.
Nice.
It's like YRS and ANS, so I think it's French and English abbreviation.
Yeah.
But
then I got my lucky angel here. I got to get a capsule for it. Oh, let me put you on the big screen. I like that.
Oh, American flag one.
Man, that's
cool,
American bro.
And Mexican flag. So this was the Rio Grande edition one that I got, the very first one that I went and stopped out on the bridge. So I sent pictures back to the dude and was like, "That's cool." At the time I drove over the bridge every day on my way to and from work.
Nice. So that's cool, man.
Because I right across the Rio Grande in a canyon like that, and then there's the gorge bridge, and then it separates the two. So.
El Rio Grande. That's what's up.
Yeah. And then my one and only Engelhard bar.
Nice.
Bar.
Nice vintage. Is that kind of like the ones that Dubs was sharing?
I think so. It's one of the vintage ones, but I don't know what year or series. It says FS60930 for the serial number.
Nice. That's what's up. Hey, where did you pick that one up?
From I think his business. He's Boot Heel Bullion on Facebook. That guy's name is Eric, and I got this from him. There's the same one I got some of those Libertades from 2008 and 2015, which I think is this tube. No, that's Buffaloes, Hopper Buffaloes. Not this one.
What was your silver count? I think you were up to almost 400.
Almost 300 now.
Oh, almost 300. Almost 300.
I think it's 295.8 or something. Because I was going through my log and I realized, well, I'm sending 2 90% silver quarters to the UK, and then a silverback too. But the quarters I'm giving one to Seal 4 and one to. Where's the other one going to? I think it might be Nemo's Numismatics, or maybe Stacking with Craven. And I forgot to take those off of my log, so it dropped me like a 1/4 ounce. And then I was looking through when I added the 3 buffaloes I have, and my log tells me I have 16, but by my count I only have 15. Unless I just realized there's another generic that I might have logged as a buffalo. And this tube here is, yep, right there. This one. And it's got the chief with the headdress instead of just braided hair. And then it's got 2 bison on the back, and it says Liberty, and it's 4 9s fine silver. So unless that's my 16th buffalo I'm thinking of. But here and soon, maybe before a year, I'll have to go through and actually tally up all of my ounces. But then there are some things I marked as generic that are more specific, like this Missouri Belle Casino from the TV show Ozark. I got one of the poker chips that's a silver round, or the honest value never fails.
Oh, I like the honest value never fails. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was really happy to get it, I think.
I had one of those original vintage ones, man, like the 80s ones. Is that one of the 80s ones?
I believe so. It's got toning on the lettering that says that it's old, but it's still kind of proof-like too.
Yeah. Nice.
And it definitely shows some wear on the edges, especially like on the bottom. So it's been around. It's been almost circulated, but it's not.
It's almost better that way, though, ain't it?
Yeah.
What you doing over there, OC? What you got going on over there? Are we partying?
Again, Cardi. I want to see this guy for a while. And let's see him in beautiful T-Bird Daster, and I heard nothing about him.
Yeah, haven't seen T-Bird in a while.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't seen T-Bird in a hot minute. I wonder what he's probably just been busy with life too.
Did I lose my?
Who forgot he sent me that? Oh yeah, Blaster, and one on the Jega.
Nice. Addicted to Minis and Loving It says you guys should check on him. All right, yeah, absolutely. You got it. OC's over there making some late nights, Friday night drinks.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I like holding a stack of 20 and then just going like that and just hearing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I probably shouldn't do it with this stack of 20. That's my Libertas. Oh, wrong tube.
Yeah, man. Me too. I used to play with the. So I think I told you, right? My first Libertades were the chunkies, the gorditas, and so man, I'd be playing with them all the time. And I did something I don't want to admit, but I'll tell y'all because we're talking here. I had a bunch that I bought. I bought a bunch of them off of eBay because again, I was learning, right? I was learning, and I got a pretty good deal. But they were toned, they were like dirty, and I dipped them all. I dipped them all and I cleaned them and they were so shiny so then I played with them all the time. And again, I didn't know anything, y'all. I was just learning. I just saw what I liked, and I just remember playing with them all the time. I'd be watching TV, I'd take them out and I'd be playing with them. And then of course I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, I didn't know that I shouldn't have cleaned them. I didn't know that I should have been playing with them, whatever. But yeah, at that point they were dipped, so who cares? But they were so shiny afterwards, man. And I just was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, couldn't help myself. But of course, obviously, I haven't done that anymore. Not like, Dub C. I know Dub C cringes when he hears people talking about dipping.
I don't know if he minds a dip so much, but yeah, definitely a harsh cleaning. And like, I have to admit, my Morgans, I mean, he's talking about like if they're common date or bullion or whatever, there's no numismatic value, then by all means do what you want with what you have. And so I kind of did that with some of my Morgans like this, but this 87 here still got some cartwheel to it. So
yeah. Nice.
I've only cleaned this one once, really gently with some liquid soap and just very gently rubbing, and then I'll rinse it off and pat dry in a paper towel. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think this one. Yep, I did this one. This one I didn't care. This was a coal. I got it. I got it as just from Melt. It was a coal piece, and this one had a bunch of like tar, like glue all over it. And yeah, it was a coal piece, but I super cleaned it. I did see how like you can see the mirror. Yeah, because I cleaned it hard. But I did the foil and baking soda, vinegar, hot water, and then I scrubbed it to get all that gunk off of there. So yeah, this one is just like basically like a pocket piece, but I mean it's still whatever, it's still a Morgan.
Yeah,
it's is that an O? Yeah, it's an O. Look at that.
Wow, 1896. Oh.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, it was really, really like gunky and just super gross. But man, whatever. Morgan's a Morgan. It's still got melt value. So.
Oh yeah,
I love my Aztec out here.
now that Catcom, he's actually sending me 2 New Orleans Morgan dollars, an 88 I'm gonna give to my girlfriend, and then an 89 for me. But I got one already that's a 89.0, but it's not quite coal condition, but it shows more wear than my 89s,
Mm-hmm.
than my other 89s. But I
Yeah.
know the New Orleans has lower mintage than the Philadelphia. And then the Carson City 89 is like one of the 2 holy grails for the key dates. But I got this one
Mm-hmm.
Mercury dime that was really ugly, and I ran it under the sink with some soap.
It won 19.
And the same
What
with my
year is that one,
2022.
OC?
Let's see here. 1921.
Oh, it's a 21.
Nice.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
So still got a lot of meat on the bone. Oh, look at that. Nice. Very nice.
The more cool in tone. What the more cool add tone it, add more detail to it.
Yeah, because they actually sell those toned or like BU, and I like the tone
Antique.
better.
Or antique.
Antiqued. Yep. Antiqued. Yep.
Yeah, I want
I
to get
like
some
that.
Epic
How you-
windows, 'cause, like,
how you
I
tell
cleaned some
the
of my
year on
pesos,
it?
and you can tell they're clean.
I can't know what the year or date on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's just a bullion piece, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Calendar round yet? Yeah, I don't have a round either. Not a calendar round.
I
I have
had
calendar,
one,
all kinds of stuff.
yeah, and I traded
What
it
kind of
in my gold trade. Like I gave up 11 of my kangaroos, a Scottsdale piece, and the calendar round, and I feel like there was one other piece I gave up. I don't remember what it was. I know I traded 14 ounces, or traded 11 and sold 3, because I took the cash from that sale and went and bought my Dos Pesos at a different coin shop because they didn't have any there.
Mhm.
Although I could have gotten the same, probably a little bit better of a deal if I would have traded straight across for a quarter ounce, which is pretty much what I got anyway. I got the 2/10 and then the 0.0482. So it's 0.2482. So I was right there at that quarter ounce mark, but I didn't quite want to get a
Jane.
quarter ounce. I was like, give me the 2/10 instead.
Conway up.
Mhm.
Conway up, Jane. Conway up.
Yeah. All right, these two are having fun right now. So if you hear thudding, it's them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that one. Got a booty tail. Oh,
Yeah, this one's actually the daughter, and that one's the mom over there. So you can see my box of silver I'm reaching into to grab them from, and they're a little excited.
Having a good old time over there.
Yep.
Your baby.
I hear them thudding and jumping up and down the couches and playing with each other. Oh, eat.
Yeah, man, your backdrop is looking really good, man. Nice and full. Got all kinds of pieces. Got the gold scattered. You got the Libertades, the poker chips, man. That's looking really good. I like
Yeah.
it.
The Libertades and poker chips have been out for a while, probably since last week when I filmed some videos on Sunday. But knowing that you were gonna jump on, I'm like, okay, I need to put out the gold because I figured you were gonna put El Jefe on your display stand. I'm like, okay, I gotta have something there to look cool too. But I'm not too worried about being impressive. I just wanted to have like a nice display and things that I can pull up. But yeah, like I cleaned some of these pesos that I got too. And like this one, you can tell I cleaned it because it's all the fields are nice except for the lettering. So, where my fingers didn't rub ever so gently is where it didn't come off. But it still has some luster.
Yeah,
But,
man, it's got character. That's what I like. See now after all that cleaning fiasco, stuff that I learned not to do, it's just I like when they're like grimy and dirty. It tells me there's a story. They were spent. They were in in pockets.
Oh, yeah.
They were in commerce. So
yeah, like this dime here.
Oh yeah,
they're so black. It's like, is that
Wow.
even a dime? And then I had looked at it in the light and was like, oh yeah, that's a dime.
Yep. That's awesome, man.
Queen don't point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, some things are starting to grow on me, like the dirty coins, not necessarily like BU, the 90%. And so I part of it's also just trying to be able to buy some silver with the higher prices, going to things that like people are like, oh, I don't really, Mexican silver is junk silver, blah blah blah. But getting it below spot, I'm like, it's still silver.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's nice, man. It's timeless. It's
Oh, yeah.
Mexico Mint makes some really nice stuff.
I forget. Yeah, I got a 1923, a 24, and then I think a 40. 1940 un peso with a 72%.
Nice.
So I really like these ones too, because I'm like, wow, these are 100 years old, and some of these you can tell that they're worn down. Like this one here, the eagle, the breast feathers, and the legs, you can just see it. It looks like a mush, but it has that character.
Yeah, it does. Those are some of my. Yeah, I got these because of it was both humble. Was it humble or humble or sober? Who was it that buys the one at a time? A Catcom? Maybe it's Catcom. I forget. And then I bought a bunch of these, and then also because of Dubs. But if I don't know if he's watching, but I plan to send one of these to Nemo. I haven't sent him his poker chip yet, but I plan to send him one of these. So if he's watching, he'll get a sneak peek. If he doesn't see this, nobody tells him, it's going to be a surprise. But yeah, I'm sending one of these to Nemo in his poker chip mailing. So
awesome.
Just because, I didn't see, I know he likes Mexican stuff, but I didn't see he had one of these yet. So I was like, you know what? Let me hook him up with one of my my ultra deep stash pieces,
Nice. I'm not sure if he does. I know he said he had a bunch of these 10% pesos. And there's somebody that
had those. Yep.
100 of these on PMs for sale, but they wanted like, was it $4 each? And I'm like, they're only 1.5 grams of silver. No value's like $3.25 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted like $4.50 or something.
You can negotiate it sometimes. If you make if you're buying enough or something like that.
The first ones I bought, I way overpaid. I think I paid like $7 a piece, and then I bought
1875.
and then I bought 3 more for less than $2 each. I was like, I'll buy 3 of these, and it was $6.
White mark.
I was like, awesome, but they're definitely circulated.
He's saying 2 out of 5 white mark coins we are sober.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I like some of the strategies that I've done on PMs for sale is, for example, like let's say it's my budget month and I got a little bit of money to spend, $300, $400, $500. And then if I see something that, like you said, it's melt is $3, but they're selling them for $4, but then, maybe there's a 110 gold that I'm going to get it anyway. I'll say, hey, I'll take the 110 gold. If I get the 110 gold for whatever 500, would you throw that one in for melt? And they almost say yes every time. I've never had anybody say no. It's just a strategy that I do. It's been rare. Or I'll say I'll take this piece for the 500 whatever, like the big dollar item, and then I'll say, can I get this for melt and free shipping? And I mean, worst thing they can say is no.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything to ask. And so, that's how I do a lot of my deals.
Mm-hmm. I guess, I mean, I've kind of lucked out a little bit by jumping in with a bin when somebody asks, like, hey, can I save $3 if I could combine, these 2 items? Instead of paying like 118, will you do 115? And then I've jumped in like a half hour later and been like, buy it now, and they're like, sold. And then I've actually seen the first person be like, hey man, if I didn't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't want to lose a deal over a couple dollars, to say like, no, I'm sorry, price is firm, and I'll come up. I'm not set in a low offer, but I've also done that too. I've been like, hey man, I want to buy these 3 ounces. What's your best deal? Can you knock off $3 off, or maybe give me free shipping or something? And that's worked out too.
This right here, let me see. I think I've shared this one before. This one is probably one of my better deals. I mean, this right here is a killer fire sale deal. Everybody was super like hating when they saw it. I was like, let's see here. Let me bust this out. See this one, a tube of 19, so it's not 20, but a tube of the mixed date onzas, all BU for spot, and spot was at 72 at the time, and with free shipping. Man, crazy good deal.
Yeah, I
Crazy,
see this
crazy.
going for like $80, like maybe 4 or 5 over spot now.
But I mean, look at that. Look at all the. I mean, they got their full because they're BU, so they got the full rims and everything. Yes, look at that. All BU. Look at that. Beauties. This was like a really, really good deal. And silver was on the move at the time. So I think like a week later, a week later, whatever, silver was like up to 80, 85. Man, a week later, I could have flipped this and made a huge profit. But, it's obviously deep stack silver. So,
Oh yeah, if I had some of those, I wouldn't try to flip them right away.
hmm But yeah, I was just trying to rebuild my Mexican silver stack because I had liquidated it all for gold like a Dumbo. But so I got too excited for the gold. It's because here's the thing, man. Once you find a system that works and you get like spot gold deals and you're able to just move your silver so fast, it just got so like addicting because I was like I was doing so well and I'm like, all right, I need to stop. I was like, I'm not gonna have any more silver if I keep doing this.
And that's maybe that's kind of how I'm looking at it, with maybe selling 2 ounces. I'm hoping maybe to sell 2 ounces. If it's a small enough deal that somebody, even with somebody like my budget, could be like, okay, I'm gonna buy that as as a good deal. But with that gram of gold, I felt like that was too good to pass up, and so I can maybe liquidate some silver pretty quickly if I need to, which I probably have to. I'm kind of wondering, can I squeeze through 2 weeks with $150, which I might be able to. But I'm gonna go see this guy in concert next Friday, so I'll have to cover some gas and a meal, and then maybe I don't know if he's gonna have any merch for sale, like a T-shirt or CDs. But
Nice.
that's gonna be cool to go see Buckethead in concert. But
Nice.
when I did my gold trade in Albuquerque, they gave me 97% of silver spot for gold at spot. So I got a better deal trading silver for gold than I did selling silver to go buy gold at a different coin shop. And so I was like, them, as long as that deal holds, I'll be back to do this again. And they said, all right, for sure. And this, but if I prepare for that, if like the GSR drops around 55, then I'll probably definitely plan on doing a gold trade if I have the surface stack available. But I'm kind of like unexpectedly looking at a gold to silver to gold trade now that I have these generics. I'm like, I want to put a little extra cash in my pocket. So I mean, I've got maybe like 2 maples I'd maybe sell. I got some eagles. I might part with 1 or 2, but would rather sell those between 4 and 5 generic ounces, and I would be willing to let them go for 75 each over the weekend. So I'm still wondering, like, do I make a video and post it on my channel and offer them out to any viewer or somebody who says, yeah, I'll take, even 2 of them or 1 of them, buy 1, buy all, 75 an ounce with $8 shipping.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, man. I see. I've been noticing. They seem like they're a pretty big community, but they're like they're not quite stackers, but they look like stackers. But they do a lot of like bidding and selling. I just saw the stream the other day, and I thought it was one of you guys. I was like, hey, who are these guys? And I pulled them up, but they weren't talking about metals. They were just like doing some kind of like sales, and they had all these like this lingo that I've never heard about. And I'm like, oh man, this must be like social media speak, because I didn't understand anything they were saying, but they look like us. They had like backdrops, they had silver, but it was like they were like doing like auction style selling and stuff. And so I was like, oh, okay, very interesting. So there's like this whole little community on YouTube or whatever. But yeah. Michelangelo says sober. Oh, yeah, maybe that's sober's people. I don't know. I didn't see anybody because I jumped in because I seriously thought it was like the guys, and I didn't see anybody, like not one person that I knew, not named in the chat. I didn't recognize any of the names, but I just saw that they were what's it called? They were just like I said, doing like auction, and they were selling stuff, and I was like, wow, that's a pretty interesting. Yeah, I had no idea that little community existed on YouTube, so I thought it was pretty cool. I cannot send the link here. Oh man, no worries. Here, send it to my Gmail, and I'll pop it right up. There you go, buddy. There's my Gmail.
Because of what's his name, Empire Precious Metals, how he kind of started on YouTube and streaming and showing off his collection, and people were like, "Oh, that's cool! Can I buy one of those?" And then he got into auctioning off items, doing YouTube, and then once he hit his 300th show and stopped, I wonder if there's just other people kind of filling in that niche, that kind of like whatnot's kind of taken over.
Who was that? Who was that again?
Auctions. Empire Precious Metals.
Oh yeah. That's what's his name? The dude that quit making content, right?
Yeah, Stormy, I think was his
Stormy.
name.
Yep, Stormy.
Yeah.
Sorcerer Stan says, "Who's is that channel you're talking about? I'm active in a lot of channels that do auctions." Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I just didn't recognize them. I was just up late. I can't remember what day it was. It was just a couple of days ago, and I was, like I always am on YouTube to see if the guys are doing stuff or videos or whatever. And I didn't feel like watching anything. I don't have cable, but I didn't feel like watching anything, and I was just like, let's just see what's going on. And so I saw this, like, again, it was like I thought it was stackers. It looked just like this, how you have all three of us or whatever. And I didn't remember the name. I didn't subscribe or anything because I didn't know anything about them, because I'm not into the auction stuff. I'm just not. I have my own sources to buy stuff. And it just seemed too boring to me, because they were just like, okay, well, let's talk about this one, and they were trying to sell it, and it just seemed kind of like, I don't know, like, a salesman-y, and I just I'm just not into that. I'd rather just talk metals and just have fun. But
you're talking about Empire called Datin Dorn Shooter, right?
Yeah, I think that's what Silver Serpents was referring to. Yep. There you go. You got one of his rounds. Nice.
But what year? 2019.
Yes, I think that's what it was, Sorcerer Stan. I believe that's because they were like playing games and then doing giveaways. Like I said, it was this whole thing that I had never seen. I didn't know anything about it. I had never even heard about it. It was like a whole new little like YouTube world. It was really interesting. I stuck around for a little while.
You to be my old subscriber on my old channel.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull this up from Stacking Minis.
My guy in Colorado, he's got Libertads for $95. The small 5 pesos for 31. The large, are those the Guatemala 5 pesos? No, those are the other ones. Ooh, what? He's got 5 peso gold coin non-restrike for $6.15.
Wow, booty. Wow, that's a good price.
So let me see if I can bring this up here without showing my name on my Facebook here. So
Avocado, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man.
Hi, Avocado.
So
good to see you. Late night.
Sean Johnson is the guy's name, and he posted up in a group, Libertad lovers, buy, sell, trade, show, and inform. And his page is a Silver Linings Enterprises. Oh, right there, he's got a 83 Libertad, 84, 85, and then Mexican silver, 10% pesos for $5 sold.
Nice.
And 8 reales for 130, and then but those non-restrike 5 pesos for $6.15 seems like a good fair price.
Nice.
And there's his proof pick with his name and date. So it's just like PMs for sale, that they list a description. They require a proof picture with handwritten name and date for a timestamp, and then you just comment or whatever.
So I'm showing a piece for, I think this is Jamie for Addicted to Minis and Loving It, was sharing this with Jamie. So there's like this eBay piece for $30. Oh, OBO. So you can make an offer and maybe get free shipping, because it looks like he's charging $4.78 for shipping. So if I was in the market, I'd probably hit him up and say, take 30 minus $4.78 and offer him that. Let's do it. Let me use my calculator. I can't do the math in my head right now. It's too late for that. 30 minus $4.78. I'd offer him $25.22. That way I can get the free shipping. That's probably what I do. Catcom, what's up, buddy? Good evening. Good evening. I think you're in the East Coast, aren't you? In the Midwest? It's really late for you. Yep, that would be right at Mel. Hey, Catcom.
I'm
Yep,
in
yep, yep.
Ohio. Is he in the chat right now?
Jamie G, Kaliilo doing the haggling. Love it. Yep, I got you, buddy. That's how I do. That's how I do it.
I was on this page and messaging with Capcom. Is he still in chat? I went off. Avocado. Predicted some minis works nice. Oh, are you sharing something else, Kaliilo? Or
Let me see. I'm trying to. I don't know what I did, but
it's a big screen, but it's dark.
there we go. How's that? Uh-oh. I don't know what I did. My bad, y'all. Let's see. Nope, that one.
I was gonna say, since Catcom's here, let me make sure I hide this part.
Whoops.
He sent me a mail call.
Ah, there we go. Got us back. Got us back.
So now that if he's here,
Ohio,
I haven't opened this yet on my channel. So I was gonna slice this open and see what Catcom sent.
Nice. We'll open on up. We'll make you the big screen. There you go.
All right. Let me
Where was he? Where was he?
pull out the knife here. So we fold this back so we don't show his address. And I want to make sure, you know, unless somebody's posted it out publicly, I'm not going to show like a PO box or nothing like that. And I've done the same thing on all of my unboxing videos. Anybody who sent me silver that I buy from that's just an average Joe, I don't show their address or say their name, unless they send a business card. Then I'll be like, hey, you know, this is who I got it from because I'm kind of advertising, or you know, at least you know, free word of mouth, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a Rosie in there.
Oh, nice.
Okay, the envelope's empty, so this is.
Was this like a community swap or?
I'm not sure. Probably because I've had this for a week or two. I feel really bad. I'm so behind. Mandy Lee Rain sent me mail. I got a package from Papa Fish. I got stuff from Pirate Stacker. SGT sent me something. And I've been behind because on opening that up and making content. Like I've done 2 videos in the last like month or something, except for this last weekend. There's a couple of gifts. I enjoy your videos and letting me sit in your live stream. Oh, thanks, Catcom. It's always a pleasure having them in those streams, man. So let me see here. Wounded Warrior Project, and whoa. Let's see. We got a 1955 Rosie and a 1901. It's dark. Let me see if I can. Let me get it out of the bag and reduce the glare. It looks like a.
Oh no! You took it out of the seal. Just kidding.
It's a Victoria, Queen Victoria, Canada. Is this a? Oh, it's a large cent. 1 cent. 1901. Yeah. Wow. So it's a Canadian large cent and a silver dime. That is
nice. Cool. Very nice. So we got Jamie.
Very
What's going on, buddy?
We got Jamie. Nice.
What's
I
up,
have
fellas?
another Canadian cent. I found this in a Coinstar. It's a 1980.
That's a Canadian penny?
Yeah, this one here is like a Canadian penny.
That's pretty cool.
Queen on it, and then it's got the maple leaves on the back.
Nice.
Very nice. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, man?
Oh, not too bad. Just settling in on the night. Can't stay on long. My wife, it was birthday today, and
oh, happy birthday to her! That's awesome.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
We went out to eat and did a bunch of stuff together, and then she headed off to sleep. And now the freaking cat is making a bunch of noise, and I gotta stop that. So I may not be able to stay on too long. But,
yeah, no worries. What did you guys eat? Any like cool places?
Sunglasses.
Yeah,
because Washington is foodie, right? You're in the Seattle area, wherever you're at.
Yeah. So we're kind of, we haven't really ventured off too much here because she works a lot, and I was, I just haven't had a lot of time. But anyways, we did check out something in our area and had some sushi. And it was really good sushi.
Nice.
And she loves sushi, so she was super happy that we found, a local spot. So she's pretty happy about that.
Very cool. We got a good question from Michelangelo Bergeron. Says, anyone else have a larger list for their next purchase?
I guess I just went through my larger list. 4 ounces of silver, 4 grams of gold, and a couple more pieces. I think I forgot what I got, but yeah, that's the bulk of it. 2 Morgans from Catcom, 4 ounces of silver, 4 grams of gold. What else did I buy? Ping's channel bar, and I got a Florida 5 gold back. I found
Nice.
one, the Pirate Girl, and I got it for $47. So I think that's like maybe a couple cents over exchange rate.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
the only other one
Bunch
I
of
have is
gold backs.
the Arizona 5. So
Oh, that was interesting. Is that new?
yeah, I think so. It's the second newest behind Idaho. It's Arizona, I believe. So I ordered these in November. I think is when they came out. Was last November. The Arizona, and I got a half, the 1, the 2, and a 5.
If that was like a real OK Corral, like if they had like Wyatt Earp or Doc Holliday on it, man, I would get it just for that.
Yeah. Is that the half Florida he's got? This is red. Mine's
Yeah.
green.
Oh, there you go, Jamie. Addicted to Livy's Mini says, send them an offer under Melt minus shipping. Melt is just over 30. Yeah, what was my calculations? Let me get my calculator out. Yeah,
you
25.
hey, Mike, it's copper.
25,
figured it
22.
You're green. Okay,
Melt
what
on
they
a
go
gold back or melt on what?
Oh, that German piece on eBay.
the AU.
Oh.
Yes, Catcom. Let's go. What's up, buddy?
Oh. Catcom.
Yes. What's up?
Silverback Stacker. What's up, buddy?
SBS.
Hey.
He's on. Look at
Hey,
him.
Cat.
All right.
Hey, Catcon. I'm gonna show you what Edgy Datter just sent me.
Is that copper or gold?
Oh, here we go. Nice.
Silver.
With the round.
That's his channel round. Man, that's a beauty.
Man,
FG
that's
did such a good
that's
job.
a lot of work, man.
I think
2.2
Silver my love
rounded.
commissioned FG to make that for OC Omega.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty nice, actually. That's a lot of work and nice. It's not all open
Not-
field.
How they call it? Edgy Datter at Aquila Port.
He must really like you.
Yeah.
Hey Jamie,
did a shout-out.
I just forwarded
That's,
you Addicted to Minis and Loving It's link to that eBay.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So what's up, Capcom? What's going on with you, buddy?
Oh,
Appreciate it.
not too much. Just hanging around, getting some stuff taken care of, and I don't know. I probably ain't gonna see my LCS till next week sometime. So, just sit here and trying to fill the second row of Morgan's up, and then I'll have to decide what else I want.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm sulking because I mentioned at the start of the stream that it's tax season, and so this is the month where I just have to like sit tight, and it really sucks. It really sucks.
Tax time's good. I get money back. I'm still
Oh
paying
yeah,
my
I never
fee.
get money back, brother. Never.
I-
I always got to pay at least a
And I
half ounce of
still- I
gold
still
every
pay
year.
My 2 dogs.
Ooh. Ouch.
Wow, how are you
Half
doing that,
ounce.
Catcom?
What's that?
I said, how are you doing that? I've like Kaliilo.
Well, you know what? As long as
can't
my
rem-
tax man stays out of prison, I figure I'm good too. He's actually a teacher at Case Western Reserve, so he must know his shit.
I'll help out a YouTuber with
Nice.
one
Yeah,
challenge.
this is the first time in probably 30 years that I owe under $500. It's nuts. I love it.
Sheesh, good for you. Yeah, Silverback
Yeah.
Stacker, good point. Getting a refund generally means you made no interest loan to the government. Yeah, that's me.
That's
I,
right.
Yeah.
yep. I usually
Like
do. I always do
yeah.
extra because I'm happy to take more home, and if I got to pay them, whatever, that's fine. But I'd rather them not have my money for 364 days or whatever.
That's
And
right.
that's people that aren't
They withheld
comfortable
1,500
doing
from
that.
my
They've been
paychecks, and I only got 500 back,
If
or
you
like
claim
1,400. They
kids,
took like 900 in taxes out of my wages last year just for federal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's that, Kickoff?
if you claim like 4 kids,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
give you
Gotta
more
play
back
the
now, and
numbers.
You owe them at the end
Split
of
the
the
numbers.
year.
Yep. Yeah, but
it
yeah,
was-
you can just tell ChatGPT to do it all for you and calculate it and how many you need to do. It's super simple.
yeah.
Well,
No, I
they
thought they
made
changed
an
the
issue about
W2.
it. I know a couple years back where they wouldn't let you. They put a limit on, because obviously you're going to owe them a lot, and they don't want to give free money away. So they put a cap on how many you could actually claim. So in other words, if you're claiming 8 kids and you got none, you're going to owe them a boatload at the end of the year. And I guess a lot of people were having issues
Taking
with
advantage of
that.
that.
So they put a limit on it.
Doing what they should do, not paying taxes to a government that abuses their funds.
Yeah.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
makes our
Yeah.
money get inflated and inflates away our dollars and
Some
then wants us to pay
taxes,
money, a
but
tax
like
on selling our gold and silver. Bunch of idiots.
$1 billion in daycare fraud in
Hate that.
Minnesota.
They
Yeah.
send you a letter that says, "Don't you know the Somalians need more money?"
Sheesh. Yeah. Such nonsense.
I didn't even, at least I think when I got my most recent job, I couldn't even fill out how many dependents I was claiming, or even myself. I think it used to be you claimed 3 for yourself as, of course, yourself as the head of household, and then as like a single tax filer. But I used to always claim 0, so I would get the biggest refund at the end of the year. But I kind of tried to change that up, and like Kaliilo said, don't want to be giving an interest-free loan to the
Right.
government.
You gotta be disciplined about it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It changes all the time too. So I don't know. For me, it was always just because my wife and I were both working. It was always super, super high. Almost 5 digits. In fact, 5 digits a couple of times. So it's just ridiculous. But this past year, because I retired in 24, and it's just my wife's income. I guess that's why it's so low, which makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm happy about that. That's for sure.
I usually get a refund back, and I used to treat it as sort of like a late birthday present to myself, because I would buy like high dollar items that I couldn't regularly afford. Like there was a year I bought myself a guitar or like an amplifier for the guitar because I wanted something better with digital effects, because I didn't have a pedal board, or if I wanted something that was like $300 to $500, and I could be like, okay, well, I'm gonna take my tax return and a little bit of my paycheck, and I'm gonna go get that $700 guitar I've been drooling over for 4 months at the music store, or I'm gonna buy myself a car stereo because I want to have some good tunes when I cruise or whatever. I used to buy myself little gifts like that, but not anymore. I dumped mine into silver and gold this year, so at least I'll have something to show for it. In another couple years, everything else I bought was been gone except for my guitars. Actually, I take that back. I only have the amp still.
See, I used to use my tax refund, and whatever I got, that was a project I was going to do for the house. That's how I always looked at it.
Yeah, can't remember that. Then I got a refund.
Yeah, man. I think there was
3,
1 year
4
where
decades.
the year where I broke even, I'm like, yes. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, early on, I was like Kaliilo and maybe Serpents, where I was like trying to in Catcom, trying to get that number just right, and I was always messing with the dependent.
The dependence,
number.
yep.
Yeah, I was always messing with that, trying to get it just right every year. We didn't have ChatGPT 40 years ago, so I was always messing with that, and finally, once I got married and my wife, she makes pretty good money as well, then it just went downhill from there.
Yeah, yeah,
I couldn't do it. I can't claim 50. You know.
yeah, man. It just sucks because it's like it almost discourages you from doing well. And then the best way. Who was it? The Jim Rohn. I love Jim Rohn. I was actually just listening to him the other day. What was one of his philosophies? Profits are better than wages. One of my most favorite Jim Rohn quotes. And so he's encouraging, just making your own side hustle, your own business. Then you can write everything off, and then, you know, take everything out of your name, and then that's how the millionaires live.
Yeah, the worst part is whenever I had to pay one time, a couple of times before I retired. I had to pay quarterly too, not just yearly. I had to pay yearly, and then I had to pay like
every 3 months.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't understand that. I don't care to understand it because it just makes me mad the more I think about it.
Yeah,
They'll do that. Yes, our state and city will make you pay quarterly, but the federal government didn't. But I guess it was like my tax guy says, it's illegal not to file. He goes, it's not illegal not to pay. Now he goes, depending on what you own, this, that, and the other, he goes, that's another can of worms. I know my buddy was on a cruise, and I guess he got divorced, and there was a repo on a vehicle, and I don't know, somehow he's on a cruise boat, and he figures he's got $3,000 in his bank, and it was down to zero. They took it while he was on this cruise.
Yep, that's why you never keep it in the bank. I only keep enough to pay bills, and that's it. The rest of it, it's not there.
Yeah. Jeez.
That's exactly why I don't keep money in the bank. Yeah, so good luck to anybody who tries to hack me, because feel free to take the $50 that are there. I don't care. I only ever put money enough to put. Yep. I only ever put enough money to pay bills. That's it. Because I've heard too many stories that way. And also, obviously, they don't pay anything on interest. They're just a bunch of, for every dollar that's in there, fractional reserve, then they lend out $10. And it's like, whatever, man.
Well, they changed the sign on that. They can take your savings account, but they can't take your checking account per se, because those are for normal bills. But if you got 10 grand sitting in your savings account, you kiss that goodbye, and you'll get a letter from them saying, "Ha ha, we got you."
Wow, that's nuts. That would freak the hell out of me.
Yep.
That's my freaking savings account.
Yeah, man. I don't trust banks. I don't trust the government. Yeah, that's exactly why I don't keep money there. I just don't.
Kaliilo, did you see that? Okay, I saw this one clip. It was on I think it's Gold Silver HQ on Twitter or X. They posted this like comment below if you learned about the banking system from South Park, and it has like, hey, I got a check for $20 from my grandma. I want to open an account. And they're like, okay, well, we can deposit this into a high risk, high yield account, and it's gone. And like, what? And it's like, I want my money back. It's like, it's gone. This line is
man.
Next, and the lady comes and deposits her money. Okay, we're gonna put this in a blah 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 account, and it's gone. We lost it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like inflation, their fees. These people are not in it to help us. They're in it to make money. So.
Oh yeah. My daughter works at a bank. She's a branch manager, and I tease her all the time. When my birthday comes up or something, I says, about letting Dad roll in there with a bunch of duct tape on his arms and hands. Let me roll through your safe, your vault.
You accidentally get the die pack.
Yeah. Dude, I seen somebody selling die packs. That's collector's items. They actually had a bunch of them. Some were actually exploded, and then some they had to defuse them. And I'm like, really? There's a market for these things? I guess there was, man. They'd actually
if the FBI bought those and traced them back to a bank robbery, these are from 1983, and who sold you this? And
they had them older than that, and they actually had money in them, but you couldn't get them out.
The statute of limitations has run out. I can sell the die packs that came with my heist.
Yeah.
Wow. Michelangelo says, I've got a proof American Gold Buffalo, a 1 ounce American Platinum Eagle, and 2 of the 10 ounce silver stacker bars from Scottsdale Mint. Everything is just shy of 9K. Now, is this something you bought, or is this like your to buy list for 2026? That's a really nice list. Well done. Love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is.
That's $6,000. Are those this year or another year?
A ruby, $68 an ounce.
Do they sell for more
Nice.
than that?
Addicted. There you go. 68 an ounce. There we go. Got to get those deals. You know, the more you save, the more you can buy. Shoot, for your list. Yeah. Very nice.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the bankers, and I wanted to pull up the greed round. It's a handful of coins reaching out with the snakes on the wrist.
Hey, Silver
Yeah,
Serpent, your package will probably be there Monday
Oh, cool.
from the tracking number I gave you.
Yeah. And you got the PayPal?
Yes, I got it. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, my
awesome.
wife
Good
goes,
deal.
how come there's extra money in PayPal? And you go, don't worry about it.
Yeah. I was showing off. Where is it? It's somewhere here. It's my 80. Oh, I have one other 88O Morgan, but it's doesn't look in as nice condition as the one that you sent me. Where is it? Oh, it's right here in front of me. I have so much stuff set out. I'm like looking over all my piles.
Well, you're getting a little surprise package for 1988.
Cool.
I think 88's your girlfriend's year, and yours is 89.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't going to give up the 89 Carson City, man. I love you, but not that much.
Yeah, I understand that.
Where am I? 89 more than.
Oh, Kaliilo's
Man,
typing. Something good must be happening in chat.
Oh yeah, I'm responding to one of my homies. He was having some penis for sale issues, so I gotta handle some business. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
Hey,
Okay,
OC.
let's just talk about
I was
Kaliilo.
catching you on some other live streams, man. You're just all over the place, dude.
Thank
I've never heard of the guy before, and I was just all of a sudden I see OC on there. I'm like, whoa, look at OC.
Was
Hitting
it
a bunch of
yesterday
lives.
or Wednesday? We had that 5-hour live stream with Thousand there, and then
Yeah.
I was calling into bed, and he was on with Humble Stacker.
Yeah, Humble
After that,
Stacker. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "Whoa, he's everywhere."
Yeah, that was awesome.
You just gotta sub for OC and just follow him because he'll be at every one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't
think
even know how
Bang
that
was
popped up
doing a
for me.
giveaway for mustards and biscuits today.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
What do you have? He hit his 50 mark, and I'm like,
Yep.
dude, I didn't even know you had a channel. I said, have you got a virtual channel or what?
I guess like somebody said, every YouTube account has a channel, but not every channel produces content. So like it's whether or not you publish something.
Well,
But
yeah.
like if you're a viewer, you have a channel, I guess, or an account.
I believe that's the case.
Southeast. He does a lot of work with Southeast. I know I see him on there on Tuesdays.
Yep. Oh, where's the Panger bar? This one here. And Dubsy was talking about the cooling lines. This one's they're a little hard to see, but they're pretty dang cool pretty interesting cooling lines around the whole edge of the bar. Maybe if I kill this lamp, it'll be easier.
Did you see Dub C tonight? He had a bunch of bars.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And when he
yeah.
asked about final questions, I was like, how many ounces are on the table? But this is my
100
one
something, right?
and only poured bar and my third 5-ounce piece.
He probably lives in a little trailer, and
that was me on the Mesa when I was buying silver. I lived in a bus, and instead of putting money in my land, I was like, I'm gonna buy silver instead of buying fencing and shelter. And then I moved into an apartment, so now I've got those expenses, rent and utilities that I didn't have before, and not as much side work. So my budget's been a little limited. Back when silver was still 35 an ounce, I was buying like 10 ounces a week. Now I'm holding on to 4 or 5 ounces a month.
Yeah, my youngest boy is like, yeah, keep stacking, Dad. He goes, first you're gonna need a bigger closet for all that crap. And I'm like, I says, why do you care? And he goes, well, eventually you're gonna croak and
Addicted to minis is selling some silver at Melt, it sounds like. Or he's got some hookups.
That me no guy.
Very, very nice.
I had to
Very nice.
switch 2 halves of a capsule to make one that wasn't broken. I was looking at this round and I realized there were cracks in the capsule. And I was like, I should change that out. And I have this other one. I dropped the round and it broke, so I took the 2 broken halves and made a full.
Addicted to minis is over here tempting me when I'm over here having to deal with the tax man. Yeah, well, actually, the last thing I quote unquote bought was that Dub C round from the Landis Studios for what was it again? Silver Surfer, like $80 with shipping or so.
I think so.
Yeah, I just ordered that thing, so that's on its way. I should be getting that soon. But I got that because I mean, come on, I had to buy that because it's like literally from Dub C stack. So I got to have a Dub C stack piece, you know.
Listen, you got 6 hours to think about it.
6 hours to be like, okay, where can I find money that isn't going to the tax man?
I've got enough money in my account. I could cover one of those. I'll have to go look and see if he still has one of those Franklin overstrikes. Because since I got the Walking Liberty in his 9K giveaway, when he said 3 people hadn't claimed them, and he was like, "I'll randomly select people in the stream and ask if you want it, and you have to respond right away. Otherwise, it's on to the next person." And I was one of the 3 people he called out in that stream. And I was like, yes, I want it. And so he's like, all right, so email me your contact information and I'll forward it to Landis and they'll mail it off to you. So
yeah,
I'm hoping it'll be in soon. I haven't checked that PO box in about a week.
Wait, so did you say you won that or did you have to pay for it?
I won it. It was one of the 3 unclaimed from his 9K giveaway. How he kept one for himself and was giving 9 away. Well, 3 people didn't claim their prize, and so I got one of the 3 unclaimed for free.
That's so dope. That's so dope.
He gave it to him and called him a teacher's pet.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. Yeah, see this one right here. This is like the last big purchase that I made. Bought this one for $29.10 total. That's with shipping. I'm a little bit under on it. Well, actually, it's coming back a little bit with gold going back up. But yeah, I bought this the day before that big dip down to like 4,500 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was my last big purchase. So all my fun money is here, and then the rest of it's for taxes.
So which one did you buy? Was it the Indian head skull or was it the stackable?
I got the Mercury, the Wake Liberty. The Mercury Dime one.
Oh snap! I think.
Here, let's see which one.
They've got a.
Oh, is it there?
A deadhead, a hobo metal.
Yeah, yours was a $50. You got the $50 with this
hobo metal.
Yeah, what's the link? What's the name of that link? I can bring it up here on the screen so we can scroll through it.
LandisStudios.com/art metals.
All right,
Landis.
I love that BE one.
Oh, there we go. I was already there because I did the purchase. Oh, here we go. Whoops, I better not show my name. Never mind.
Don't tell it.
Hey, when it comes back, it says, welcome back. You know you bought.
These ones that are stackable. But I think they're just each half-ounce silver piece is a perfect fit. So these are half-ounce stackers.
Where is it? Here, let me find.
He had one of those.
So those
I
are
think
90%. Is that 3 9s, 4 9s, or is that 90%? Or what is that?
It said a half-ounce of silver, and these are 3 9s, half-ounce.
Okay.
He said it was a $50 they work them out of.
Yeah, here we go. Where is it? There we go. Landis Studios products. There we go.
That's pretty nice. Uh-oh.
There we go. All right, let's bring this on up.
Battery is running low.
Share screen.
Yep. My phone too. I got a plug in. I got 9%.
All right, can y'all see that? How's that? Look. Y'all see that okay?
Wow.
Yeah, that's the one that I got. And this is Dub C said this is from his
$50.
from his stack, $50. Yeah. It's I got the one that was a Franklin because you could do a Franklin or a Walking Liberty and
Yeah.
or a Walker. Yeah, I went with the Franklin because you know me, I like the Franklins.
I need to
But-
get a Franklin $50. I've got a couple Walkers, but no Kennedys or Franklins yet.
But yeah, this is the one that I ordered. Yeah, $80. Yeah, $80. And then I think it's like $5-6 for shipping. So I mean that's a little spendy, but you know what? It's a special Dub C piece and it's from Ron Landis. And I was like, you know what? Will be a nice, cool little deep stack piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to search for that now.
What else you got over here? Shoot, got some nice stuff.
Oh, I have a text, man. Remember the text, man.
I know. All right. Let me close this out. Let me close this out. Woo, getting tempted.
You'll be buying it for the text, man.
Yeah, man. It's stinking tax, man. They don't play.
Oh,
Yep. Uncle Sam, don't play. He always wants his money. Even though he don't deserve it sometimes.
you can run, but you can't hide.
Mm-hmm. What's that? Everything's certain except was it death and taxes?
Yeah.
But they say the wheels of justice turn slow, but they do turn.
Yeah. You got to pay when you're born. You got to pay when you die. You can't get out of it.
Hey, when I was 20 years old, and I was a PBA member, and I was bowling, and I won $6,000 at a tournament. Now this is back in late 70s, and
Wow.
6 years. They knocked on my door. They wanted their tax money. I'm like, really? I forgot all about it, man. And he goes, oh, we didn't. And he said,
We didn't.
I said, yeah, as long as you don't cash it anytime soon, I'll pay you, give you a check. And so we had to work out a payment plan. And at the time I was married, my wife's like, I don't remember you winning that money. I go, oh, it was before I met you. But yeah, it took them a while, but they showed up.
Oh my gosh. So much
Yeah.
older made me blind.
Yo, Jamie, that those little tubes on the back there. Oh, is that ASCs? Is that what that says? With the blue.
Yeah, those are just ASCs.
Nice, like a
I'm
mixed
trying
tube.
Yeah, mixed tube stuff.
Oh, yeah, any go fever.
Yeah.
That's
I got these cool. These tubes are pretty darn cool.
Yeah, they look
They're
pretty
the,
unique. I thought they were Canadian
yeah.
tubes or something.
No, they're
I
I
go
think I
here,
where I got them
yeah.
from. They got this cool.
There you go. You got some go here,
Uh,
yeah.
I guess anti-air thing in there, and you put it on by going at an angle, like so,
Nice,
and then you just twist. Like so.
nice.
Yeah, pretty nice. It's a bit pricey. They're like $3, but I don't know. I figured I'd put the nice
$3
stuff
ain't
in
that
there.
bad.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Nice. Were you like getting a certain year, or those are just like mixed
Nah.
years?
Nah, these are all mixed year.
Nice.
Mixed year. Oops. Yeah. It's mixed year stuff. And it's off screen, but then I've
More
got
fun and
one
don't
for
had that go.
Libertads.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, nice.
Then I've got one for just general Mexican stuff.
Nice.
So,
Very nice.
yeah, just trying to get organized. If you don't know
Yes,
what you
sir.
have, that's not a good thing. I had just bags of stuff, so I'm trying to get organized.
Here, I want
11
to
hours
show you.
left. Dave, 11 hours left for that. 1950.
He's over there. Over there tempting me.
Gorgeous coin.
So how did you
Yeah,
like
we'll get
being
more
on
time to think about
that
that
Attorney Mike's live session there? Kaliilo.
Oh, that was pretty cool, man. Like I
Yeah.
had fun. Yeah, he's really sharp. He's talking about I like learning from people just like him. Like he and I share a lot of similarities, but he was just, talking about how he likes to learn and grow. And that's me too. I only saw him in the chat. I've never heard from him. I didn't know anything about him. And once he reached out, I was like, yo, let's get together. Well, he offered it and I was like, let's go for it,
Yeah.
And
it's pretty cool.
yeah, just learning
Yeah.
about the concepts that he teaches, and he's absolutely right, man.
Yeah.
If and when the day comes that I get blessed to have children, yeah, I have zero desire to let them in the school system. I just will not,
Yeah.
So-
he's big into all that stuff. He talks about that a lot. He had
Yeah.
somebody, Daniel Diaz, the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw that one too. That was a good one.
Yep. Citizens for
Yeah.
Sound Money. Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if you saw that one with that attorney Michael.
Yeah.
I was listening to that one today, but I have to go back and watch your stream with him, Kaliilo.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it was really cool. Like it was a privilege to get to learn from him. Evidently, he went viral for doing those cop videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
which I knew nothing about, but I guess he's just really well known from the cop videos.
2, 3,
So-
4,
What I liked is that he kept
like,
wanting you to explain a lot of the stuff that you were talking about. That seemed pretty elementary, but I mean, it was good for the audience, his audience,
Yep.
to know
Yep,
some of those terms. DCA. He was like, "What's DCA?" That kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Just the basics of stacking, and the more people know, especially outside of our little group here,
well,
the better. And that was really cool because he was catching those things and basically not interrupting you but saying, hey, can you explain this after you finish talking? He's like, what did you mean by this? And it was great. I liked it.
The bad.
I like learning
Yeah.
like that. I like spreading the knowledge and getting the
It's all
knowledge,
my
especially
calendar on it.
the law knowledge that he has. So
Yeah, he has quite a bit. So I'm sharing this piece on eBay. I just got this. I sent this to myself. Sent it to myself. I bought it, and I think I got it for like $17. Yeah, I got this so I can put some of my other silver pieces because I'm like, I didn't want to just get a run of the mill poucho, whatever, and I was like, I want something that looks cool. So I found this thing. And it was in pretty decent condition. It's leather. It's like real Mexican leather, or it's like a real Mexican piece. It's like a vintage. It has like a vintage leather. What do they call that? Not engraved, but it has a name. I forget the term they call it. But yeah, I guess it's like one of those like for like shaving kits. Put your toothbrush, but I'm gonna use it for my silver. So
Mega Pasto.
So let me ask you a question, Kaliilo.
yeah,
Did you
buddy.
talk it over with your tax man? Will that look good on his desk?
Well, it's $17, so I figure I'll be all right. It was $17. I think I'll be all right.
Time you take the Mayan calendar on it, and we'll take your parcel of that novel.
Yeah, just dipped into my walking around money, so that's just no more pizza for me. So
Now your parcel up the last up
Yeah,
to
but
that novel.
I really liked
Fried
I like
bologna
this
now, buddy.
designs here. You see that like the what's it called? The
stamping or whatever. Or
the
what do they
the
call
plant, like the Mexican agave plant.
Oh yeah, that is what that is.
Yeah, with the cactus. It's just cool, man. Like this is like really, I guess it's like
the
vintage, whatever.
town.
But yeah,
What's the top part? What's the top part? Put your ID in it.
the top part. Let's see.
Oh, yeah,
What
yeah.
is the top part?
And a
Inside
pin-
the bag.
pin, yeah.
Inside the bag.
Oh, inside. Let's see.
Go to the other. Go to the side of it.
What,
There it is.
The other
Yeah,
There we
side.
go.
an
What they
ID and a pin or something.
Oh yeah, your
A marker.
ID. And I thought this was for like the toothbrush, or I guess maybe it is pins.
and the pencil.
The stitching doesn't look great on the one side. Just saying.
Oh, which?
Yeah.
Oh, this one right here
No, on the side of it.
on the side of it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Where? Right
Turn
there. Or
Turn it. No, you gotta turn it with the picture we got.
Here?
That one. Yeah.
okay, on the bottom.
Yeah, this whole side, the stitching looks kind of crappy, if you ask me. But
Yeah,
Maybe
but
a
I
double
mean,
digit.
I got it because it's like vintage and it's like it's an actual Mexican piece, and I'm just like, that's
come
cool.
on, it's
Antique.
not vintage. They just made it.
They just made
Pretty cool.
it. They just made it and put it on eBay. Hey, it
And
still looks cool.
Yeah.
It's $17. I'll put my silver in it. It looks
on
cool.
top, got a Mayan calendar on top.
Yeah, exactly. That was the thing that got me. This right here. This is the one that
I
got
love
me.
it.
It has the warrior, and then it has the Aztec Mayan calendar. You know. So,
And
anyways,
it's got a strap on it to run.
it's got a strap. It's got a go bag, a go strap. You know, just pick it up and take off running. Put it in the safe, whatever. So, anyways,
Yeah.
all right.
Prospector Pat said it's tooled leather is what I guess it's called.
Tooled leather. That's the word I
Yeah.
was looking for. Man, where'd he go? Where'd he
He's
go?
on there. Prospector.
There
Pat.
we go. Yes. Yeah,
My
it was
girlfriend
tooled
tooled
leather. That's the
leather.
word I was looking for. I kept saying, did I say etched? I forgot.
Is that like a carved leather and shaped like the pouchos?
Yeah, I have no
Manual?
idea.
So I take two letter.
I just well, because somebody told me, was it paying? Somebody said they're like, this one clearly I outgrew it too fast. So I said, let me find something that will not be outgrown. That's pretty big that I can fill it up.
What?
Well,
I want to
everybody
take two letters.
everybody was afraid to
The
use
hunt
that
for
word.
two letter.
tool.
Come here. Ah,
What's that,
Someone say
Catcom?
two
Say that again.
I said everybody was afraid to say the word
Ooh.
"cool."
Oh, fool.
ooh. What do you about that? Oh, what the?
Oh, what did he say? Jamie G. Oh, my kid's tuition $20K back in the day. I think I saw, what was it, Silverback Sacker? His was $50K for his kids.
Oh my
Yeah.
Holy schmoly.
I forgot
Oh.
I paid that much back
Bicentennial
long
baby,
time
what's
ago.
up? Who's that? Let's see. Let me make sure that everybody got blue. Is Bicentennial baby blue?
I gotta make people blue when I go live on my stream. Did my computer shut down? I think it did. I might not have
Oh.
charged fast enough, but
But
let me see here. Kaliilo, do you recognize that?
let's see. Let me get back over there. What you got? What does this say? Oh, snap.
BBBB.
Where
So
is that?
I don't.
In Fort Collins, Colorado. BB.
Is that Scottsdale?
It's a Bullion Bros.
Oh,
Oh,
Bullion
Bullion
Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a little thing off of one of their whatnot streams.
Yeah, I got them right here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, these guys right chill.
Yep.
Bullion
Big
Bros.
guys.
Yeah,
I
these
love-
guys started on PMs for sale, and they still sell on
love
PMs for
these
sale once
guys.
in a while.
But I picked up a little thing off of one of their whatnot streams at the end of March, and I forgot to include this in my video because it's poucho food,
Nice.
but it's not yellow. It's the white poucho food.
Silverback Stacker, man, you crazy boy.
Oh.
Spoon and syringe. I missed all of this because I was over there. I didn't see any of these things, man.
Yeah. The
Dark.
little flips and bullionbrother.com. Oh, I guess I
Tooled
got
leather.
an Aztec.
Yes.
I have an Aztec
Nice.
Wait a minute.
again.
Where am I at? That's wow.
A little
Even-
1/10.
Leave it in there, you lose it.
Ugh.
And there's
What would
another-
we do without Silverback Stacker, man? He keeps stuff interesting.
Leather's my tool. I always said it as leather's my tool.
That's awesome.
And
Oh,
then for the poucho.
I'm hand sewing my pouch out of deer skin. What?
What?
That's pretty cool, man.
I have some elk and deer hides I salted, but that's as far as I got with salting them. I didn't get any of the tanning chemicals or send them off to be tanned. But
I get hit over to CT. All right, see you later, buddy. Go do a CT scan. There you go.
The best line I ever did. I met my second wife in a bar, and I actually met her through her ex-husband. And it was funny the one day we were wasted. Let's put it that way. And he goes, "Man, good luck with her." He goes, she's a terrible lady. And I looked and I said, "Dude, once you get past the first 2 inches, it's like virgin territory then. Then we gotta fight.
Wow, what are those?
Ooh,
These are little 3-gram Libertads. I got.
Is that
I got
silver or
Yeah.
gold? That one looks
That's
gold.
gold.
It's just gold plated,
Oh,
but it's a 3 grams of Plata Pura, and it's 2026 lay, and it has the OM mint mark on them. All 3 of them.
it
nice.
don't matter. It's
So
just gold. Matter.
I
It's
got the
just gold.
proof and reverse proof,
No gold.
but it has a
Nice.
tiny little OM mint mark right there, and they come in a card.
Man, I have no 2026 stuff because I thought 2026 stuff didn't come until November.
I'm not sure. I ordered these last year, but these they're 3 grams, and they're not a perfect 1/10 at 3.1.
Mm-hmm.
But
Those are 2026.
yeah, 2026.
Oh, the mint don't even put them out that fast.
Yeah,
I think I have
that's
the
right.
Intaglio 2026 Libertads. Where did I put them? Oh, they're down
Nice.
here in the stack of. I got the 25s, 2 25s, and then I got 2 of the 26.
That's
Those
what's
are
up.
my prospectors. There they are. The Intaglio 2026. And I ordered these in January, but they came in February. And then I took delivery in March.
Hey, it took me 2 months to get a couple of them that I ordered. I think they were hoping that would kill the order. Silver was going the wrong way for them.
Yeah. So were those actual Libertads or the Intaglio ones, Catcom?
Sometimes you gotta put dog food in. That's empty.
Because the 2026 that I have are the Intaglio Tribute. Pulse
That looks pretty
oximeter.
nice.
I like it.
Oh, we were talking earlier or somewhere. I was trying to pull this one out. I was like, this is probably my cheapest ounce of silver. I think I got this for like $28 or something. It was definitely below spot, but there was only one other bidder, and like they didn't even raise their bid after I came in, like $1 or 2 higher. But it's a 1 ounce of silver. I thought about selling, but it's like stamped, and then it's also like laser engraved. So
Nice.
the like council on this side and then the building on this side are a little hard to see, but the pillar down the center and all of the edge lettering is stamped or pressed. But,
I like it. I like it. What did you have over there, Catcom? I saw you doing something.
No, I was looking to see what these Britannias were, but because I got one with King George on it, and I couldn't remember when he took over, but it's 2023.
Oh, okay.
oh yeah, they have
That big old
Yeah,
that big old ear is.
yeah. I guess there's 3 different types of the 2023 Britannia. There's the Queen, the King Charles, and then he's got a crown on, like the coronation or something
Yep.
like that.
Yeah.
well,
I
can't get past that big old ear, man.
Yeah. I think Diaxis has all 3 types of the 2023 Britannias, but I only have as far as a standard Britannia, just the Queen. But I have the Royal Arms and I have the Liberty in Britannia
2, 3, 4,
versions.
5, 6, 10, 8,
So I've got a
9, 10, 11.
regular one here. So I think it's a 2021. That's got the Queen. And I've got the Royal Arms. Oh,
I
upside down.
I got this one. It's certified actually 70. The 2025.
No, I like British roll. I like that one. Silver Surf. The British roll arms.
Yeah, it's got the line.
It actually was a good deal. I think I paid like 95 to get it to my house, but it's NGC certified, so
Nice.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, it's already slabbed. I don't have to do any arguing with anybody.
Nice. There you go.
No kidding,
It looks like it was one of those, like what do they call them? That honeycomb. It's like a bee breakers or something, bullion breakers.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the type pack, the purple packs or whatever, where you get like a graded coin and it's one of chance of so many at like a gold or a Carson City or something.
That's shit. Wow.
Yeah, the wife came over and gave me the eye. I'm
Good
like, she's
look.
like, it's been over 2 hours. I'm like, yes, it has been.
Yeah, I realize this now. I'm like, it's almost midnight, but at least it's Friday, and I got the weekends off, so I'm okay
Nice.
there. I can sleep
Good
in
deal.
tomorrow, but I got to mail out this big box to Bricks and Sobs tomorrow. I guess I'll have to fill out the customs form and get that all taken care of.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta get some stuff. I need to get out channels chip to oh my gosh, I know I have a list here somewhere. Where to go? I have a list because I was like, I forgot. But I know that Pufferfish, I got to get Nemo. And then there's somebody else that I owe something to.
Yeah.
But
I have to
all
make
right, y'all.
out one to Jack Stacks, and then I have my list back here. I think of all my poker chips I have to mail out.
Hey,
Where's my
Jamie.
list?
Hey, Jamie.
I have to get more poker chips though. The UK stackers took all of my channel chips. I still have a lot of the Stack the Frack poker chips, but all of my
Nice.
silver serpents are gone. They took like 60 of them, and I only ordered
Nice.
75. But I still have 25 of the Stack the Frack, and I'm gonna send 10 to Fish to disperse because I'm sure he's got people that are doing the challenge I don't know about.
Nice. Well, what was that, Catcom? You were asking Jamie?
I was going to tell Jamie. Just tell her that the guys all said happy birthday.
Oh yeah, all right. I'll let her know.
That'll bail you out a little bit.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I gotta get going, man. I didn't have dinner. I usually like to have dinner with my wife. I feel bad. She's over there all by herself.
Yeah, you better take care of
All
that.
right, y'all. I better go handle that business because she makes some good food.
Yeah.
So, all right,
All
y'all.
right.
It was a
See you,
great
Jeff.
night. Silverback
See you,
Stacker.
Silver
Yep, Jamie,
Surf,
Catcom, OC. Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead, Jamie. Take it away. You got it.
No, you got it. Yeah.
No,
OC.
go ahead, buddy.
Take it easy, bud. Yep. Silver Surf, Catcom, the rest of the crew, Addicted to Minis, everybody in the chat. Good stuff on there. We'll catch y'all next time.
Take it easy, y'all. Have a good night.
Good night, all.
Take care, everyone.